We back. Another episode on the Patio podcast. Man, you see who we got today.
Man.
What's up, guys?
Legend. This is crazy.
Man.
Unexpected, by the way.
You could fix your mic if you need to.
Get comfy, bro.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
This is a different moment for us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for me, man. You're somebody that I used to look up to growing up. I know we kind of told you before we hopped on here.
We had our fangirling moment for 30 seconds.
I'm good.
We were like, let's get it out the way. Let's get it out the way. You know what I mean?
You gotta get it on camera though, man. Like being like 8, 9 years old, watching you skate, like, and just being a Mexican kid growing up in the hood is just like, damn, we could do it.
It's a lot. Thank you, brother.
Did I keep skating?
I'm gonna tell you straight
Obviously
up.
not.
I skated for a little bit, and then it's like when I try to get off the curb, right? When I went off, I slipped. My board went across the way. I hit my back. That's the last time I skated.
You knocked the wind out of you?
For sure. That's the last time I skated. I said, you know what? I'm gonna play Tony Hawk Pro Skating.
Yeah.
Hey, low key though, what's crazy is like growing up for me, right? At like prime elementary, like 7th grade, it was like, remember the jerking days? Yeah. So it was jerking and skating, right? It went hand in hand. But then low key, the homies was kind of stupid with it. And first of all, I'm exaggerating about the 3 stairs. To me, I was like, damn, these fools really just hit a 3-stair. Yeah. I said, I can't even do that. I'm too scared. And then from there, my skating dreams were over. Like that.
So at that age, though, were you already singing?
Yeah. So growing up, bro, like I just always gravitated toward music, bro. Like I don't know what the fuck it was, and I would mimic shit. Like for instance, like I used to. Like, I would hear, like, white people, right? And then I'd start to be like, you don't know how much I adore this damn Raxone and chloroform. But then it'd be like, I don't need no 5-star reservation.
You were singing country at that time, too?
I would just mimic people, like, just to, like, and then what happened, so my parents, right, like, I remember it was homecoming. And I, like, I wanted to, like, go, like, look all fresh. And I asked, and they're like, mijo, we don't got it. So that's when I started singing, remember, at the Ross. Mm-hmm. So I used to sing outside of Ross for money, bro. Like, as a fucking little-ass kid. I low-key feel, now that I think about it, they only gave me money because I was a little-ass kid.
Yeah, you're
like, singing. So I would literally, like, with a guitar, like, just, like, walk a mile real quick, go to the Ross and sing. And that's when, like, I started to realize, oh, wait, I can actually sing, and I can actually do this. It wasn't really, like... I never thought of it as like, oh, I want to sing. It was just more like, hey, fuck it, this is a hustle real quick. Yeah. Cause bro, I used to fucking go to Walmart, steal all the fucking like games, fool, and then go to GameStop and fucking sell them there, bro. Like, and then I used to go donate plasma. From the plasma, hit the urgent care, be like, I got a little right here real quick. From there, they give me a nice little 3-4 of the green, and then hit the Walgreens. Then I use the plasma money to get that shit. From there, get the fucking K-roll real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Flip that bit, bro. As a fucking kid, bro, I just fucking.
Is that how it was? Is that how it was with skating for you, bro?
Allegedly.
Like, would you see the money in it, or
did I see the what in it?
Like the bread and the opportunity in it?
Hell no. Well, when I first started skating, like I didn't even know what real money was. Like if I found out that somebody made $500 a month, I would have thought that was great. Thank God I found it when I was like about 12 years old, and so at that time, I didn't equate like I didn't know what like real money was at that time. So I just equated like if you're in a magazine or if you're in a video, then you're big time. And that's all I thought about. Like, wow, one day I'm gonna be a guy in there. I'm gonna be have a picture in the magazine. One day I'm gonna be on one of these videos. That was like, it was such a simple dream, but it was so exciting to me at that time. Yeah. That's what drove me early on. And then once I found out there was such thing as pro skaters and that was their job, I was like, well, I gotta do that. That's like that, So and thank God it actually happened. I can't believe it.
Have you gotten to a point though where did it start feeling like work?
Oh yeah, there was definitely a point where it did start feeling like work, and that's like what they don't teach you is like I've seen so many guys, talented skaters, start getting a career, and almost self-sabotage their own career because they couldn't like accept the fact that it's it's a job now.
Yeah.
Because it's skateboarding is more like the oh no, dude, don't do it for the money, just do it for the love. Like fuck it, don't sell out, don't do this. It's like, which there is a place for that, but like if you accept a check from someone, expect that they expect something from you.
Exactly.
You know, so like, you know, you signed a Nike, they expect you to, we're going on tour, you got to show up on tour, we're doing a demo, show up at the demo, we're doing a signing after the demo, sign every autograph, take pictures with the kids, like
with those Nikes on.
With the Nikes on. And like some guys, like they just weren't equipped for that. Because skateboarding can be a very introverted thing. Like you could be an amazing skater in your garage or in your backyard or with your friends at the local skate park or local spot, and that's just all you want to do. And then all of a sudden you get attention and you think you want to get sponsored. Somebody's like, okay, we'll give you an opportunity, come with us on tour. And then they're all of a sudden in this new world. They never left their little neighborhood before, their little town, and they're in this new world. Like, oh shit! Like, I've seen so many guys like they can't handle it, and they're and they shrink away from it, and then they end up like ruining their opportunity, and kind of like their careers never really get off the ground.
That's so
What do
real.
you think made you different in like understanding how to flip on a business mindset?
Yeah, so I think I was very looking back, and I was when I look back on my life growing up, it's almost like God was like tailor making my life to be ready for this, because I mean, you guys might be younger, but my pops is a really well-known comedian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when I was coming up as a kid, I'll be with him. He'll be on tour. We'll be in stadiums. He's performing in stadiums. He'd be on movie sets, and like he would take me to like Disneyland or some shit when we were kids, and people would crowd around him asking for autographs or everywhere we went. And I would always just watch him, and he would always take his time, sign autographs, take pictures. And, you know, so as a kid, I didn't know in the future seeing this was going to be helpful to me.
Yeah.
So when I got into a position in my little world in skateboarding where like I started getting known, it was like already like something that was like programmed into me from just seeing my dad go through it. Mm-hmm. So it became like, oh, I know what to do in this situation. Exactly. Like we're going on tour, skating a demo. Okay, go skate. You know, the kids, they see you in magazines, they see you in videos, they want to see you in person. Like, give them a show. And then afterward, you sit down, you got to do autographs. Okay, these are the people who are supporting you. Like show them respect.
Exactly.
And like, take your time. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, let's take a picture. So, like, it was just, I was just fortunate to have that experience through watching my dad do it.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like it made it easier for you, but do you feel it made it easier for you, or do you feel having a dad at that status made things like a little bit hard?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe it would have been hard if I tried to be a comedian and try to follow in his footsteps.
I got you.
Then it would have been hard.
Your own lane.
But I just stumbled into finding a talent that had nothing to do. Like, there's nothing he could have done to help me. It's like either you can fucking skate or you can't.
Exactly. Especially skateboarding.
Like no matter who you pops is, no matter what connection you have, like bro, anything like a sport or anything in athletics, either you can fucking do it or you can't.
It's not a team sport.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like, bro, either you can sink or swim on your own. Nobody can swim for you in that.
People treat you different because you had a dad at that status, or it didn't really
at times, but it was also I'll call it a blessing, not in a disrespectful way towards my pop, but like kids my age like didn't really know who he was. He was a different generation.
Yeah. First of all, your pops is the coolest taxi driver. Bro, like in Rat Race, that motherfucker dying, bro. But like I said, little things like that, like as a kid, bro, us Mexican fools, Latino fools, we don't have. If you really think about it, growing up, we don't have a Mexican Denzel. Yeah. We don't have a Mexican Leonardo DiCaprio. Right. So like I just remember even just seeing like someone that looks like me on a screen, which like yo pops, bro. Like you feel me? Like little shit like that was cool. You feel me?
Yeah, it's such a great feeling to hear. And I you know, as I got older, I realized how valuable that was, and that's why like as I got older, I was able to reflect and be like, wow, really like I was put in these situations that kind of like molded me to become what I was becoming, right? I found my love through skateboarding, but like because of seeing my dad, I was able to like embrace the spotlight, embrace the moment where like a lot of skaters who I was, talking about before, they only just skated with their homies, and they thought that's what being a pro skateboarder is, which it is to a degree. But once, like I said, once you accept a check from somebody, once you got sponsors, then all of a sudden you have responsibilities.
Because they're on that punk rock fuck you shit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's also like it's like musicians as well. Like they do it so long as far as like, there's a saying of like, make money to make music, don't make music to make money, right? So you go through that so many times, and then when you finally start to make money off of it, you don't know, like, one, you don't know the business part, but two, you're like,
that's why a lot of dudes get screwed.
This shit feels like a job. Like, I don't even want to do this shit no more because it feels like a job. Like, it takes the love out of it, to be honest.
That, to go back to what your question was, I went on a total different tangent. That just reminded me of that. Yes, it happened to me too, for sure. Like, probably around, maybe I was like 23, 24. At this point I had, signed with Nike, I had Mountain Dew, AT&T, Target, all these like big ass sponsors, and those sponsors weren't from the skateboarding world. They were like, we're sponsoring you because
they know the name.
You won the X Games, and that's on TV, and that gets us promotion. So then I felt the pressure of like, oh shit, like, I got to do it again. Like the first time I won the X Games, like low key, it was accidental. It was just because like because what I mean by that was like I didn't go there thinking about winning. In my mind, I was like, I'm a street skater, and at that time, X Games was by invite only. Yeah. So they invited me. I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Who cares? Whatever. Like, I didn't see my identity in trying to win an X Games. It was just like, I'm a street skater. I put out video parts, skating. I'm in the magazines. That's what I do. That's my passion. Sure, I'm down to go skate a contest. Sounds fun. And I went there with no expectation. I wasn't like trying to win, and I just I was sharp. I was on point, and it worked out, and I won. And then I won the year after. And then
that's crazy.
And then that's when the sponsors started coming in, and then I realized like, oh, they're coming in because they expect me to do it again and again. And then once I realized that, I had a bit of like a oh shit moment, like what I just get myself into, like, oh fuck, I gotta keep this up. I gotta keep this up, and I was scared for a little while, and I had to figure out how to become competitive because I wasn't naturally competitive, and skateboarding isn't really like a competitive thing.
It's the lifestyle.
So what I started doing, I would start watching documentaries on like Tiger Woods and Muhammad Ali and Kobe and Michael Jordan, and I would just like study like how they thought and like how watch every interview I could watch of them, and like they all had this killer mindset. So I like started practicing trying to have a killer mindset, and then thank God, like I embraced that part of it, and like was like, all right, I want to be a killer like my heroes, and I was able to continue, and thank God stay going forward in my career. But I definitely had that moment where I felt the pressure. It felt like a job, and I felt like I had to live up to someone else's expectations. Yeah. Because before that, it was just my goals and my dreams and what I was wanting to do. But it's different when like the tables turn and they're looking at you and they're like, okay, we expect you to do this.
Yeah. And I feel you on that. You're like in competition. You're beating your own drum. You're in competition with yourself. So having to find that hunger through your idols, like you said, I feel that.
Man, it was a blessing.
Wild, like outside looking in, right? Like you thinking of all these things, whatever. As a kid, whatever. To me, okay, Michael Jordan, right? Had his shoe, prominent, whatever. And then out of nowhere, as a kid that don't know no better, really trying to understand life, oh, P-Rod got a shoe. So in my head, oh, Michael Jordan, the best ever. Oh, P-Rod is the motherfucking Michael Jordan over here, because they get, like, that's how I'm thinking as a kid, bro. Man. And it's just crazy outside looking in, you thinking all these things, and yet we just seeing you as like effortlessly.
Amazing shoes, bro.
And that's a trip to hear. But it's also like when you look at your own story, like you just tell me about what you used to do at Ross outside, singing in front of Ross. Like, I'm sure now you look back at it and you're like, well, that was training. Like, I was training to put me in front of people, get out of my comfort zone, like not be like not shy away from the nerves and like go towards the discomfort. And so it's easy to reflect back. But yeah, it's a trip to hear you say that, because in my mind, like, definitely always dreamed of like wanting to be a big time pro skater. I wanted to be considered like in the same group with like a Eric Costin or Andrew Randall. Those were my guys, you know, that I had posters on my wall. My goal was just to be friends with them and to be known on a first name basis with those guys. So like I was just on my own selfish little mission. And it wasn't until a few years into being pro where I realized like, oh shit, like it means something to somebody else too. Especially because like so many other kids out there that look like me, you know what I mean? That grew up like me and like, and so I was just like, that was another part of the pressure. On top of those sponsors, that was another part of like, fuck, like I gotta rep for us, man. Right. Like I gotta let them know, like, no, we're not just like accidentally here. We deserve to be here. We plant our flag here. You know what I mean? So that became another driving force. So like, I just learned to take that stuff, the expectations and the pressure. And I learned how to turn it in and like just put it inside me and let it motivate me. Okay, I ain't letting a day go by where I'm not trying my best. I'm like focused. I'm locked in. And it just helped. I would just create these narratives in my mind like, nah, I got to do this. It became like important to me.
Obsessive.
Right.
Obsessive, important, and it was like a mission. Mm-hmm. And I think when you have that, that's the most powerful thing for anybody. And I heard, what was the Nipsey line I just heard the other day? He said, ain't nothing more dangerous than a focused mind.
Yep.
And that hit me so hard. And it's so true. Yeah, shout out.
It's crazy that you say that because we're all like very inspired by Nip. Like tatted, like all money in tatted on us and everything. Like it's crazy.
Come on, man.
And to talk about pressure, right? Because I kind of take that, like what you're saying, as far as like, bro, you won the X Games twice in a row, like, and to bring it into another sport, right? Like we'll talk about LeBron, for example. Like LeBron's obviously been to the NBA Finals 10 straight years, right? He did that in the social media era, right? So like in the social media era, as a consumer, he made it seem like getting to the finals was an easy thing.
Yeah.
But now I feel like if you've watched basketball recently as far as this season, it's kind of been like a hit in the face to everybody as a consumer. It's like, hey, bro, this shit isn't easy. Like the top dogs that were supposed to be back at it just got knocked out. Like, so the question is, do you think if you were doing like in your prime, I would say like winning X Games twice in a row, and you did that in this social media era, do you think that the pressure would be immensely hard? Like it'd be really, really hard. Like, do you think that you'd have the same mindset?
100%. So thank God, like once I started like understanding that there's like a certain mentality that all these elite people had, I became obsessed with studying elite people. And it didn't matter if they were athletes, actors, musicians, businessmen, whatever. I realized that like Bruce Lee and Jimi Hendrix were the same, just in different fields. Yeah. They were the same. They had the same spirit. Exactly. The same hunger, the same passion, the same focus. So then I started realizing it's like an algorithm. You start realizing like, and then you start when they say real recognize real. Yeah. That's how I started taking like, oh shit! I started recognizing all the people with that same mindset.
Yeah. You could tell like certain people would do their specific industry for free. Like you could tell that like regardless, like everybody wants money, right? But like there's those few people of like, especially like in sports where once they get the bag, they kind of just fall off.
Oh,
they kind of just stop. But then there's people that get the bag and they go even harder.
Yes, 100%, and that's huge because if your motivation is money,
you already lost.
Exactly. Yeah. When you get a certain number to a certain point, then you're it's only a matter of time till you've done.
And you hear that, bro. Like you have this certain goal. It's, don't ever put that goal. Don't ever put that money like that number goal up.
Right.
You want to surpass that shit.
Because the bottom line is, whatever it is you're passionate about, whatever it is you're doing, if you go at that shit with laser focus, the money's just a byproduct.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a magnet.
That's like what's a good analogy for that? Like
I would say this, right? I would bring it back to our lives as far as like us three, right? we would always have bucket list goals of like, hey, we want to work with this brand, we want to work with this company. If we get this, we know we made it. If we get this amount of money, we know we made it, right? And I've always told them, because I'm really a big fan of Russ, the artist.
Yeah.
And
he's got the great independent hustle.
Exactly. And one of his biggest things, he says, the journey is everything. There's no destination. The journey is everything, right?
Yeah.
So I tell them, I'm like, look, bro, like, if we get that, then what?
Exactly.
Do we just stop? Mm-hmm. Like, we've had big bucket list goals of working for some companies, and we just cleared it literally within 2-3 months of like what we do,
right?
And I'm like, and I looked at them like, I told y'all, like, so now, so it's like, now do we stop? But it's like, no, like that's what I'm saying. Like, there is no, you can't put a bucket, you can't put that as like as a destination. It's like, no, it's like
monetary gain is
we
not
get
a
that
goal.
Because
cool.
This interview wasn't even like a thought that we could even. This could even happen.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
It's like one of those things of like, again, another Russ quote. What if it could turn out better than you can imagine? Like, you being a podcast guest was like, it wasn't even in the realm of like, this can be bet like our bucket list was like people that like we admired from like a B tier level of
that
like,
looks attainable.
It looks more attainable, and it's like, bro, like you weren't even in the atmosphere of like, oh, we can get this. Like, no.
Just to piggyback off that, right? Like you were talking earlier about like accepting and realizing that, oh shit, like I'm a pro, like, you know, like you're a streetscape, right? So the first time we met, it was at Deshaun. Shout out Deshaun.
I remember that.
Love that man. Coolest fucking man.
Shout out
Getting a pair of his kicks soon,
bro. And just like even that sometimes I take for granted, because like Deshaun's my homie, like my homie, but I don't realize how fucking amazing. Like sometimes I take for granted how amazing he is.
Yeah,
how dope,
unreal.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just remember like, you know, every time he's like, hey bro, you trying to perform, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, anything you need from me, bro, I got you, bro. You're my brother. And then he'll be like, oh, you know, I was like, I don't need nothing, bro. Like I'm just like, you know, because first of all, it's just my bro. That's how I feel, right?
Yeah.
But so the first time I remember performing, and you know, I performed whatever the fuck. I ain't even know you was in the crowd, brother. And then I come out, and I just remember like you. Just,
I
like,
came up to you. I was like, bro,
bro. I remember at first I was like, oh, and then once it clicked, I was like,
oh shit,
bro, I put this on everything I love. I was hungry. I was like in my head, I was like, after this, I'm gonna hit Whataburger real quick. I'm gonna get a burger and the gravy, dip that, and then after that, I didn't even give a fuck about eating anymore. I was there like low key, my girl was like you want to go feel? I was like, this is my P-Rock.
This fucking P-Rock.
That's how we felt about the FaceTime.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's how I felt about the FaceTime, dog.
So
I'm like, no fucking ways, right there.
So all three, it was 1 a.m.
Like,
by the way.
Fuck?
Yeah. We're all just chilling, like ready to go to sleep. He gets on FaceTime, you're on the FaceTime, right? And we're all like, oh yeah, like
they're like, what's up?
That's dope. It's what's up, right? And then,
bro, that was fucking P-Rock.
Right. So we get off the phone. We get off the phone. 10 minutes later, we're in the group chat. Bro, we were just on the phone with fucking P-Rod. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell?
Mind you, I had pairs of your shoes, dog.
Man, that's crazy,
like,
man.
bro, the infrared joints with the gum bottoms. I had them hoes, bro.
Hey, shout out,
like, it's insane to me. We kicking this shit.
Hey, shout out alcohol.
I appreciate, thank you.
Because if it wasn't for alcohol, I wouldn't even have. I was just, bro. Okay, like I said, being in that room, right? Like I'm right now, and I'm getting to a point where I'm realizing, like, wait. I'm in rooms with motherfuckers that are doing it, and I have to stop being like acting like a guest myself. Like, like I'm thankful.
You in there for a reason.
I am thankful to be there.
No, 100%.
But it's also like I deserve to be there.
Yeah.
And I starting to think that now I'm realizing like also okay, that's how you said it. I gotta stop. I gotta put the drink back a little more. You know, I gotta stop take it a little more serious, because just being in that room is crazy. And then us just like vibing, whatever the fuck. And that's why I said, but that's how I always think about it too, because I believe in these fools. Like, they're fucking awesome. I literally in the last 3 months have seen this fool go from like literally what, like, and I hate saying followers and shit like that because I hate that. But like, I remember you saying, hey, I'm gonna do this. Went from like hundreds of followers to fucking
50,000.
Tens of thousands.
I just said 55,000.
10.4 million views and shit, like crazy shit. You
40.
Told me that
But
shit.
40
million.
But I would say,
like funny ass
but I would say to take it back, that's the same imposter syndrome we still deal with.
Yeah, we
as
definitely
far as
do.
like, bro, like for example,
How do you deal with that?
for example, right? Yesterday, go ahead. My
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because we were just literally in the studio with an artist named Simba, and we were like
I know who that is.
That wasn't even like I don't know about. I'll speak for myself. I felt like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like,
yeah,
I'm not even supposed to be.
I was
like,
chilling.
Well,
but I have those moments all the time. So like, do you still deal with that?
Yes, but you got to remember that even the biggest artists in the world, like at one point, they felt that way too.
Right.
Yeah.
At one point, they were a kid somewhere in their room dreaming about it, praying about it, you know, working towards it, hoping to get there, you know, and they got there. And, you know, sometimes people are established long enough that you think it's just so normal to them. But, like, I would say for the most part, I mean, there are some people who lose touch with reality, but, like, for the most part, I would say most people who have lived their dream, even if they've lived their dream now for a long time, still wake up like, yo, what the fuck is my life? This is crazy. Yeah. So, like, you know, you guys telling this to me, like, it trips me out because, like, I still wake up every day like, well, one, I never felt like I really made it. You know? And two, I still am like, wow, like, this is crazy. I can't believe my life.
That's so dope.
And so, you know, it's just staying in a place of gratitude. But, you know, you got to understand that, like, everybody different mentality, but I'll speak to the people who haven't quite grasped this concept yet. Is like, it's not luck. Nobody is lucky, right? Yeah. I can't believe how many people have came up to me and told me that, like, man, you're just lucky, or you just here because of your dad, or you just here because of this. Where, like,
it's God's grace and preparation.
100%. And, like, but you have, like, really take that into consideration, like, what that means. Like Kobe had the best line. He said, the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Right.
You know, you have to put yourself even in position to get lucky. Like for instance, there ain't no amount of luck in the world to put me on an NBA court right now and somehow I'm going to hit a buzzer beater. There's just not, there's the luck in that world just doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
The only way you could possibly get lucky and hit a buzzer beater, because I've experienced it in a skate contest where, like, I landed a trick in a contest, but I knew in the air, I was like, oh shit, it's not working out. And then all of a sudden I'm rolling away like, oh, I got lucky.
Yeah.
But I had to train for so many years just to be in a position to get lucky. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm kind of losing train of thought here, but, like, it all comes down to your mindset, your mentality. That, it starts there. Because what the mind thinks, the body follows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It starts right here and right here.
I've seen the most physically talented people in skateboarding never become nothing because mentally they didn't understand that the two work together. Man. They think like, oh, maybe it's just not meant to be for me. Like, nah, dog. You have to believe it's meant for you first.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And then I've seen people who you wouldn't naturally think is talented, but they were so stubborn in their own mind that they like willed themselves in. Like Tom Brady is a great example.
Right.
This motherfucker,
say what you want about him. Say what you want.
Say what you want, whatever.
On paper, he wasn't supposed to be shit.
He wasn't even supposed to be nothing.
Right.
Like, dude, have you guys seen the Man in the Arena documentary? If you haven't, I would expect you should watch. Bro, like, you show him in the combine, this fool's all scrawny, no muscles, running slower than everybody. Like, his stats were the worst.
On paper, he was not supposed to be even drafted.
But he finally got drafted, and he almost didn't get drafted. He got drafted, what was it, 6th round, like 100 and something. Yeah.
Yep.
And finally, when he got onto the Patriots, he went straight up to Mr. Robert Kraft and said, I'm the best decision you ever made. And he wasn't even going to play a game yet until the homie got hurt.
Shout out Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
Shout out Drew Bledsoe.
But, like, he got hurt. Man. But Brady said, I don't care. Like, I've been so used to being an underdog.
Yeah.
That shit don't faze me no more. I'm working. And at the second they give me an opportunity, I'm going to be ready. Whenever it is.
He never left the field there for that.
He never let the
field. That's the difference between a lot of people is their mentality.
Yeah. That's the only difference. Because when you at the highest level and whatever your field is, everybody's fucking good.
Right.
Exactly. Everybody's great. Yeah. Like in skateboarding, everybody's amazing today.
Yeah.
The only thing that says the difference is whose mental game is great and whose isn't. Because not everybody realizes the mental game is the most important part of it. So once I realized that, and I would start studying Kobe and Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, Tiger Woods, all these different athletes who, like, work the best under pressure, and I understood that, then I became obsessed with it, and I just started like trying to like brainwash myself into like believing that like I could be one of these guys. I'm one of those guys. I'm gonna be it. And you know, it doesn't happen overnight, but like you just have to be stubborn, and the way you talk to yourself in your head is very important. You gotta tell yourself.
That's what I always say, bro.
Man. Literally, when I wake up, I tell my girl this. I tell everybody, my first 5 minutes of how I wake up is gonna determine the rest of my day. If I fucking like, I don't fucking just sit there and lay in bed and get on my phone, because if I do that, I'm gonna be lazy. I literally, the minute I open my eyes, I gotta get up, brush my teeth, like just brush my teeth. Just brushing my teeth alone for myself, that's already the first obstacle. I get it done. And I look in the mirror and I swear, okay, embarrassing, but I look at myself and I'm like, hey, you that motherfucker, bro.
It's not embarrassing, it's real.
It don't matter how motherfuckers think you overweight. Nah, you still pull that bitch if you wanted to. But you not that kind of guy. Hey, this, that, and the third, bro. I'm telling you, bro, a Mexican ass fool like me coming from Arizona out of nowhere and just randomly doing this, that, and the third, it is like fucked with my mind so crazy, because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what, bro? Even just having like the fucking nerve to just FaceTime these fools because I'm there with you and be like, hey, bro, like, low key, bro, I went home, felt so fucking cool, bro. Like, you still shit like
no,
that,
but it's
though.
very important. It is actually the biggest shit. Like I argue with some people because with a few friends of mine, because it frustrates me when especially when it goes into the acting world. They're like, there's nobody out there representing. They don't let the Latinos. We gotta like they think like that you complain about it more and it's gonna fix the problem.
Exactly.
And I'm like, bro, I'm with you. I want to see more of us everywhere. Yep. But the bottom line is, it starts when we all collectively believe
100%.
that we are talented. And I come from a world you have to physically, either you can do it or you can't. You got to prove it or you can't.
Yep.
And so like, shut up and do the work.
Stop
Just
bitching.
do the work and show
Yeah.
it. You know, so like,
Our time is coming, fool. We got the Coyotes.
For sure.
We got Renee.
Oh, yeah.
We got Duno. We got Concrete. Bro,
Yeah.
we got motherfuckers. Like, it's our fucking
It's the
time,
and I'm
It's
bro.
so
Renaissance.
grateful to be here in this time, man.
Oh, yeah, bro.
It's good to be Latino.
That's why I'm trying to be around all the boys as much as I can.
Fuck yeah.
And I just love being part of like the what am I even trying to say, like the front, like the strong front of us all coming up together.
yeah.
Now you in front line,
the
yeah.
unified line. There we go.
It's the brown renaissance, bro.
Yeah, because like that's really the important part. Sitting around like talking about like, well, Latinos don't get enough opportunity. We don't get enough this. We don't get enough that. Like, bro, that's never gonna get you an opportunity complaining about it.
And when they do get an opportunity, we don't support.
Exactly.
Right, because it's a crab in a barrel situation.
Yeah.
We think there's not enough. We think there's not enough.
money to go around.
There's not enough room. There's not enough opportunity. So like, if he makes it, that means I can't make it. No,
Yeah.
motherfucker, just be great.
Yeah.
There's always room for greatness.
And that's the issue that we deal with, and not even just like race too, but I'm talking about like in our state.
Yeah.
Like in Arizona, like in our state we deal with a lot of people who a lot of crabs in the barrel mentality, a lot of like, hey, we're gonna be arms around you and we're gonna support you all the way up until you get higher.
Don't get too successful.
Exactly.
Because then that will change.
Exactly.
I thought that was the goal to change.
We want you to win, just not more than me.
Yeah, just not too much.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? I have to do, bro. So like in Arizona, I don't give a fuck. I'm that motherfucker, bro. Like I'm that motherfucker. Like if you look at my track record, I got songs with Wiz Khalifa. Growing up as a motherfucker, Wiz Khalifa, T-Pain, G-Eazy, fucking bro, Tory Lanez. Like I've worked with motherfuckers now. Like I do it, but guess what? Motherfuckers still don't give me my props. But guess what? I don't give a fuck.
As long as you give you
I don't
your
give a
props.
fuck.
As long
I
as
wake
you
up
believe
every
it.
day, my belly full. You feel me? Fucking chain. I fucking spend a 5-star meal real quick and give me an extra.
That's what I always say though. Like the things you say out of your mouth, they say like you spell a word, right? Spell for a reason.
Spell, you're
when
putting
you
a
say
spell, yeah.
exactly.
I heard this one.
So
Yes.
that's my thing too. That's what I go by. I always say nothing but positive.
Yeah.
I always say I am. This is what I'm gonna do. Self affirmations and manifesting.
They say the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So watch how you say it. Like
exactly.
If you like even if you're just joking, like, oh, I was so fucking stupid when I did that. Like your subconscious mind don't know you're joking. Your subconscious mind, you're like slowly programming it to think you're stupid.
That's why I check myself, bro.
Yeah, I've been doing that more recently too. Like watching how I say it, watching how I talk to myself. I'll be going to sleep with the earphones, doing guided meditation, hypnosis, trying to get in there and take away every fear, every every insecurity, every doubt, whatever. I'm trying to clear all that out, bro, and just replace it with only pure faith, only pure confidence, only pure, just like no fear or nothing. Just go.
Because you got to believe in you first.
You have to.
For anybody,
and that's like how an athlete goes to the gym. You got to go to the mind gym, you know, and you got to train your shit every day. That's
you don't use it. I mean, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
I mean, that's why motherfuckers be swole as hell out of nowhere, but still lose their bitch to a fucking
right.
God, motherfucker like me, bro. Like,
or not even lose that girl, but they also like you see some of these guys get swole and they're winning physically, but like a lot of them off themselves. A lot of them go through depression.
Well, they're also doing it. A lot of times when you see cases like
cheating.
that, they're doing it. Yeah, they're taking the shortcuts, and
They're
that shit
roiding out.
fucks with your head. You know what I mean? Like taking,
Bro.
like you like doing the work, especially the work that's not your favorite work to do. Like you don't understand how important that is, man. Like you
Just
know,
for the
I try to make
satisfaction
myself
alone.
when I'm skating every day or when I'm working out. I try to make myself always feel some level of nervousness, some level of fear, some level of discomfort. Every day I'm trying to always touch that edge of that, because you're just trying to push it a little bit further every day. So next thing you know, you look back after 5 years, 10 years, what once used to be overwhelming for you is like way behind you now.
Yeah.
Now your overwhelming point is this far, you know, and the game never ends. You just always keep going, but
Closer
like
to the finish line when you start.
yeah.
I mean, Brown always says it, man. You got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
You have to.
Yeah, I mean to take it back to like Kobe and stuff, like that's why these people are so mentally strong. They're so clutch, and they're so, you know, they can perform at the last seconds because they put themselves in uncomfortable positions of like, you know what, 10,000 people in this arena, millions of people watching me right now, and they're all got their eyes on me. I'm gonna down this shot with no hesitation because I've worked hard every day. I know I can hit this shot. Yeah,
and I think a lot of times, I can't speak for all of them, but I think I can understand their mindset. You don't even see them no more.
Nope.
No, you don't see the crowd no more.
Nope.
You just see the goal. And like for me, it's funny, but like I find reasons to make myself pissed off. And so when I'm
Great
pissed
ones
off,
do.
it makes me focus.
Yep.
I just like get this dead stare, and I'm just like just
killer instinct.
I just get to this angry state. Like, all right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Jordan did that. Tom Brady.
Yeah,
did
where he
that.
would make
Kobe would do that.
Oh man,
Damn near like Bobby Boucher too. You know,
Kobe admitted in one of his documentaries that he would literally like make like allegations that other players have said to said shit about him. He would make shit up in his head just to like have some type of motivation.
He was a psychopath
to do something. But like
Big Virgo, that's me. August Virgo.
But
I stole some shit from. I stole a lot of shit from
the
Kobe,
great ones do that. The great ones have to be a little psycho.
No,
sometimes.
you do. You have to be. You have to be
mind.
like. I started getting like to the point where like my competitiveness is getting out of control, bro. Like, I'll be at the gym like just now training, and everybody else in the gym, they don't know it, but I'm like in there. I'm in there to win the gym session.
I just was scrolling around. Your shit popped up, and I was like, damn, this man crazy.
Well, last night I was playing pool with a homegirl, and I'm like dead ass serious. Like, I don't even play pool like that, but in my mind I'm like, I'm fucking winning. I don't give a fuck. We play this game, this basketball game called 8 Out, bro. I'm hot if I ever lose a game. Like, it's getting bad. I actually am getting to a point where I need to like find a balance, because like it's getting too much. Low key right now, when we did the shotgun, I wanted to be the first one done.
Oh, don't worry, I beat you.
Yeah, you
Don't worry
did.
about it, I
You
beat you, bro.
did. But like, but now I'm gonna go practice and shit. I'm gonna see you next time.
Hey, we can redeem right now.
Yeah,
Another one?
we'll get a next one.
Yeah, we'll do it after all this technology's out the way.
If you're my bad, bro. If your 16-year-old self could look and see you today, what do you think he'd say? What do you think his big reaction?
He'd be a little disappointed in certain aspects, but he'd also be really proud in other aspects. Definitely now he'd be like, wow, like as far as the mentality, like we were able to push that forward. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, like there was certain points after 20 years of being pro, after I kind of hit cruise control there for a minute. I hit cruise control. I was like, man, I reached all my goals. I feel great. Like I'm happy with my career. I still got my sponsors. I'm comfortable. And I kind of took my foot off the gas, and I was kind of just like skating with no real like intention. Mm-hmm. And my 16-year-old version of myself would be really upset with that. But specifically this year, I had stopped competing since almost 10 years, 2016.
Dang.
And my friend created this new skate league called the PSL. It's where it's teams versus teams.
Fire.
And I hadn't competed in forever, but I was like in it. I got my team, and it's kind of, I'm making up the narrative, but there was some people who told me after the fact. But I felt like we did a draft, right? Everyone picks their team.
Sean was first, right?
He got picked first. I wanted to pick him, but he got picked first. But I ended up I picked my team, and I was hyped on my team, but like everybody really thought my team wasn't about to do nothing. Like everybody was like, this guy has the worst team, and I didn't like that. So like we worked, and our first game in the season, we got our asses whipped. It was bad. I was like, oh man, I can't handle this. This is so bad. And we pulled it together. We came back, won our second game, our third game. Then we lost another one. Long story short, we won the whole championship at the end of the day. And even my own accountant, who happens to be a skater, after the fact, said, I'm not going to lie, I thought you had the worst team in the league when you picked the draft. I was like thinking, what were you thinking? But now I'm like,
real underdog shit.
I'm like, motherfucker.
That's all you needed.
He said, hold on.
That's all you needed.
What the fuck?
Fired.
Yeah.
You doubted me?
It goes back to what you said, that mentality, right? 'Cause
Right.
if you really think about it, you're in the league, right? You're professional now, or like you're even just, you've made it there. The only thing is like everyone's skillful, everyone capable, but the only thing that is different now is the mentality.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you feel whatever, but it's like, bro, if once motherfuckers lock in.
So my whole mindset that whole time was like, okay, I'm older now. They all look at me like the old washed up dude, the has been, the this, the that, the that. And I would go in there with my headphones on, and I would just be like, okay.
What's the Jordan?
We
meme?
gonna see.
And I took that personally.
I took that
Totally.
personally,
But this is the thing I stole from Kobe, one of many things. But I found out that Kobe used to listen to the fucking Halloween theme song.
Yeah.
So every time we would pull up, I was listening to the Michael Myers song. But what I did was I recorded a self audio of the goals and what I wanted to happen in each game, what I wanted to happen in the season, and I had it laid over the track.
That's fucking hard, bro.
So I just listened to that on repeat every day. Wake up, go to sleep. I would listen, and then at the actual day of the concert, I'm just sitting there with the headphones in, just listening to that over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, getting heated, getting mad, like just waiting. Let's go. And like, I don't know, you just have to find a way to like, instead of like, oh shit, there's a lot of people looking at me. What if I fuck up? What if I do this? What if I do? You cannot think of the what if.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or you can, but your what if has to be like, what if I do it?
Exactly.
What if I succeed?
What if
I land
I
it?
can imagine.
Yeah. What if I pull this off? How amazing will that be? Mm-hmm. You can never look where you don't want to go. Only look where you do want to go.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Would you say you're the first mainstream skater?
No. Definitely not. I mean, Tony Hawk.
I was gonna say Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Hawk is like.
That's a video game.
I mean, he's the first.
He was in the video game.
What I mean by
and the greatest soundtrack to fucking.
How did that feel? My bad.
To be in the game, that was
Fucking insane,
incredible.
bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
insane.
Tony
That
Hawk
was-
is mainstream,
He's the mainstream.
but he's not hanging out with Kobe.
He knew
Yeah, he
Kobe
is.
for
He knew
sure.
Kobe for
He
sure.
hanging out with
Bro,
LeBron too.
yeah,
Doing commercials for
Tony
LeBron
Hawk
right now.
Tony Hawk was in
Tony's
every.
like him, bro.
Tony Hawk was making appearances in every cartoon, bro. He was in every cartoon.
The
Yeah,
amount
bro.
of times
What
you
are we
guys
talking
said
about?
Kobe today, I'm like,
Oh, he don't like Kobe. He don't like Kobe.
That's, I mean, you know, I mean,
just a Suns
that's
fan.
fine.
Kobe ruined my childhood, but it's okay. I learned to.
I mean, that's
appreciate,
fine,
bro.
but like, you know, the mailman.
He's like, that's mine. Don't be disrespectful though.
You know, know, Nash.
Hey man, come on, bro.
I'm familiar. Why am I drawing? John Stockton. I got respect for those guys.
Oh, I thought he was saying like fuck him, and he said Nash is a bitch. That's what I thought he was saying. I was like, damn, bro.
No. I got respect.
Growing up, my favorite skaters, like the coolest motherfuckers, was you and Kennedy.
Oh yeah.
OTK.
I was like, bro. These
Bro, but
the motherfuckers, bro.
Being in the game though, how was that shit? You had your own character.
Being
Somebody
in
playing
the
as
game
you.
was a trip, man. It was it's pretty impressive.
Super, bro.
I was very like. When I went to my first time and they like scanned my head with this machine, and then they put me in the fucking, it looked like a swimsuit, or not a swimsuit, with the wetsuit when you go surfing with all the like balls all over it.
Yeah.
It felt really silly to be in, but it was just cool. Like, whoa, they're really putting me into a computer right now. Like, that was a trip, and then just the game being out, that was actually the thing that made my dad actually be like, oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is actually a real thing you're doing here. This is actually a career. I'm like, yeah, guy.
Been telling you, man. I've been trying to tell you.
I've been trying to tell you. That was another thing. My dad would always be like, son, you can't make a career skating. You can't do this. Yeah. That he was my first one on the hit list.
That was the first motivation.
All right,
we were just having that conversation this morning because we were watching the Nardwar interview that you did.
Oh yeah,
and you talked about that, and they were like, damn, like he didn't really. And I'm like, bro, you gotta understand, like. I would think back at that time, I would think at that time, if my son came to me at that time talking about I want to be a pro skater, like what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, rightfully so. Like especially now I'm a parent.
Yeah,
like if my daughter told me some shit that I didn't understand from a culture that I didn't understand, like Dad, I'm gonna be a TikToker. Like
what?
We now know that's like massive. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like if she'd have told me that 6 years ago, I'd have been like, all right, okay, babe. Whatever. Yeah, like I love you.
How about college?
You know, like, yeah.
You know, I relate to that as well. I mean, right now, like being a content creator, like my dad is a blue collar like worker. Like and telling him like, hey, like I'm making videos on my phone and I get paid for it. And they're like, what? What are you talking? But like. It's just it doesn't. And then when I show them like, hey, we're getting paid from this company, we're getting paid from this company, they're like doing videos.
It's hard to fathom.
Bro, trust. They trip out.
All he does is fucking play wrestling fucking shit, and then just fucking.
But it's so.
That's not the only thing I do, bro.
It's good. I was like, holy.
That's not the only one I do.
Good. Hey, our skit shit's good, bro.
It's just incredible that like what social media has been able to provide for so many people, bro. Like you could really, whatever you're now interested in, you could actually make a lane for yourself, whatever it is.
Do you think it would have been easier to get to the position that you were at that time using social media and how it is now rather than doing like magazines and certain stuff like that? Do you think it would have been an easier path?
Do you think you would have used it though? Like you think you would have been on it?
Yeah, I would have been on it. Like if I was,
you had to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would have been on it because I was one of the first skaters to embrace it when it happened, and I was already older. Mm-hmm. But shout out to my guy Heath. He was the one telling me like, bro, I'm telling you, this is the next thing. So he set up my first Facebook account. He set up my first Instagram account when it came out, like from the get go. Yeah. So like he had me on it. But I probably wouldn't have if it weren't for him. But thank God I had a guy like him around. But if I'd have grown up in this era, it was already the thing. Like some kids don't even know a world without Instagram. Yeah. So like if I was one of those kids, yeah, for sure I'd be on it. It would have been like second nature to me. Mm-hmm. But I had came from a world where I didn't understand it yet. Yeah. But thank God for Heath having the foresight. But would it have been easier or not? I really don't know. Maybe in some aspects, yes. But in other aspects, no, because to be honest right now, in the skate world, is a lot less money. It's really a real struggle for skaters to actually make a real career, real financial.
What's the culture now about it?
Because I feel like, bro, so much came out of skate culture.
You think it's like the demand, or do you think it's because of the oversaturation?
Do you think it's business now, or do you think it's more of like the culture's still there, you know? Because like back in the day, like how you say punk rock, punk rock and skaters to me was like
coincided.
That's like, hey, we don't give a
bro, the VHS videos.
It's a really complex answer because, as I said, like I grew up watching my dad, right, and I watched somebody doing their passion at the highest level and making a lot of money at it. So I always from day one equated doing your passion and making money go together.
Right.
And so that was just my mindset. But then skateboarding is a type of culture where it's like, it's not about the money. So just do it for the love.
Yep.
But from day one when I started skating, I was always like, all right, where's the money at? Yeah. I'm trying to get it. Not because I didn't love skating. Not because that wasn't my passion. Because clearly I did it for many years before I even made 1 cent. So that's why there's this one bitch ass motherfucker.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
On Instagram.
You're rhyme by
like,
P-Rock.
I mean, a lot of people now, and he don't understand, I love this shit. But a lot of people now, like, I started noticing, like, I've been in the game long enough where I'm starting to see more hate than usual. Yeah. It's like the Batman line where he said, I've been around so long, you see yourself become the villain. Yeah. So, like, there's this one bitch-ass motherfucker who always DMs me and says the wildest shit to me. And I'm like, you real fucking courageous behind that Instagram, I tell you that.
Well, P-Rod,
but my point is, he was like, how could you live with yourself being a sellout? I said, first of all, motherfucker.
Oh, you responded to him?
You responded?
Oh, yeah. I have fun with it. Okay. And I hope he sees this. I have fun with it because I said, first of all, motherfucker, I skated for years before I ever, because he was like, like, how does it feel to be a sellout, blah, 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 blah. I said, bro, I do what I love. This is my dream. I'm living the life of my dreams. And I tried to FaceTime video him through Instagram.
Oh my God.
And he wouldn't answer. He was like, I'm at my job because some of us have to work for a living with blue collar jobs.
Get the
Hold
fuck
on.
out of here.
But here's how I flipped it. I said, I respect that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
But I said, by the way, how the fuck long have you been doing that job for free before you started getting paid?
Exactly.
All right, never.
Exactly.
So who the fuck's the sellout?
Right.
You only working for money.
He fucked his head up.
Yeah, I said, so you're a sellout. And I was on his head, and I kept trying to call. He wouldn't answer. And then he'll still occasionally try to say some shit to me. And I'm, bro, you already lost. You lost already. You lost.
I'm P-Rod's manager. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not me.
Get off the fucking phone.
I'm gonna let you know we riding about P-Rod.
Oh yeah, we slide about P-Rod. Hey, put a camera. Fuck that guy.
Oh, we can post him right now if you want.
Yeah. Screenshot right now. to put it in perspective, the dude that was just talking shit to you, picture that minus 100 people, plus 100 people. Like that's the state of Arizona in a whole of like that's what we have to do.
But that's why you gotta learn.
Show.
You gotta learn to love that. Shit.
Oh yeah, 100. And that's why
he doesn't know that when I see his DMs, I get excited.
Oh yeah,
because I love the jousting. I love jousting with him. Like I love like trying to figure out like how am I gonna win this this fucking diss session right now. How am I gonna be more witty than this?
How am I gonna be more wittier? Yes.
Is
like,
the profile
luckily
private?
I hang out with comedians and shit all the time. I'm trying. Picking up a couple things.
See,
there,
the crazy
like,
shit is
I go look at the profile.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Oh, don't worry. I roasted him on that.
So the crazy shit is like when we post our content, we post content on the daily, right? Yeah. And there'll be people in the comments, right? And we're bad, like we're exactly what you do, like. But like what we'll do is like we'll see them if they have their profile in public,
get in that ass.
We making fun of their dog. We making fun of their beat up car.
What happened to the burn dude? Remember the burn guy? Hey, stop! Remember the burn guy?
Don't talk shit to me.
I mean,
bro.
because it's fair game at that point.
You can't push me and be mad. I shoot you. Like you know what I'm saying?
on,
You
bro.
can't help my reaction.
Fair
Social
game.
media.
I'm gonna roast the shit out of you.
And he's lucky. I just do it one on one. Like I don't do it publicly.
But as soon as you get
like,
to that level,
you ain't really serious.
as soon as you get to that level, you're like, all right, bro. Like,
it's on
come
Instagram.
on,
We
gang.
show you.
Yeah.
How's documented?
There is a fine line between everything. Obviously, we don't want nothing to turn crazy.
No, never that. Never ever.
But 900,000 times out of a million, 999,000 times out of a million, the same person sending it is the same person who would never say some shit to you, ever. This motherfucker, I called this motherfucker on FaceTime, Instagram FaceTime, at least 10 times. He just would not answer.
and he's probably a fan. If he answered, he'd be like, "I love you, P-Rod."
But like the thing, I wasn't like gonna huff. I was waiting to smile and laugh and just talk shit.
Highlight of his life.
He's just embarrassed. He's
But,
called his bluff.
But bro, it's just funny, man. Yeah, it's just funny. I don't know. We're spending too much time on that, but
We had a lot of fun,
real
bro.
quick, you're first generation. Your dad's from
yeah,
Culiacán.
yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh,
My
dang.
family's from where's right by Culiacan? It's Sinaloa, but
Oh,
what
yeah,
part?
That's
It's,
where Dad's really from, is Sinaloa. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mazatlan.
But,
Mazatlan.
But so, like, you ever like went to Mexico, spend time there, like
Nah, I
chilling out?
never been there.
Really?
Same.
I mean, I've been to Mexico many times, like Ensenada
Oh,
and like Mexico City and TJ, but never got to go like where my family's from, because all my dad's side of the family is here, and of course, you know, the family
Wild
would say,
out
oh,
there.
you have your cousins over here, your cousin over there, the ones that you never met that you know that are back home, and you know, but I don't really know them. But yeah, that's where Pop's from. He came when he was really young. He grew up in Compton, and yeah, my grandfather was a migrant farm worker, and he was a preacher. So when my dad finally made some money, he bought acres of land as a ranch, and he said, "Dad, you ain't fucking farming for nobody, never again." Yeah, he told me some stories coming up from back then, but yeah, I don't know. It's a trip. And
How did your
grateful.
Nike deal come about?
that came about. So when I was 19 at the time, and I had a roommate that I was living with. He worked at the local skate shop that I was sponsored by. And one day he just calls me. I'm home. I'm asleep, and he was at work. And he says, "Hey, the sales rep from Nike SB is here." Or it was actually before it was SB. It was just Nike skateboarding was here. And he was curious about talking to you. You want to come to the shop and talk to him? So I went over there, talked to him. This guy named Robbie, shout out Robbie. And he was like, "Hey man, like, we'd really like to talk to you about becoming part of the skate program we're doing, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I gave him the number to my manager. They talked. Maybe, I don't know, less than a week later, I'm on a plane to Portland. I'm at the Nike campus in Beaverton. I'm meeting Sandy Bodecker, who's the guy who is like responsible for creating Nike SB. He's responsible for bringing
Legend.
Nike soccer to where it is now. Legend, rest in peace to Sandy. And it was just like they just were like, "Hey, we think you're the guy that we want to be kind of, our, for lack of a better term, they're our franchise player. They already had it. They already had a team. No, there was a team already. But like, they felt like they wanted that like franchise player, I guess is the best
the top guy
thing I could say. And so that's how that came about. It was just, I was at home sleeping. I was out skating all night the night before. I was sleeping in, and had that meeting. Next thing you know, I'm on a plane. I'm at Nike, and then next thing you know, they sent me an offer. But I've told this before, but the crazy part about that is like my manager, we went to that meeting, flew home, and then my manager, does her manager thing. She was negotiating, whatever. She calls me up. "All right, here's their offer. Here's the deal, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, "Okay, all that sounds really cool, but you didn't mention anything about a signature shoe."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, they're not planning on doing signature shoes for skateboarding." And I was like, "Sorry, I can't do it. I can't do
Hell
it." I was like, because I was already with another sponsor. I already was skating the samples of my signature shoe, and that was my dream, bro. If you don't have a signature shoe and a signature board, like, in my mind, the dream's not complete.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, well, man, sounds good, but just tell them thank you, but no thank you. And she was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I have to have a shoe. Like, I have to have a signature." And I didn't think at 19, I was like, I didn't even bother like having her go and ask and push for it, because I was like, bro, it's Nike. Like, I was too afraid to even ask. Like, if they say no, then it's no.
No, yeah.
And she went back and said, "Hey guys, he's ready to pass. He's got a signature shoe and he really wants one. And if you guys are going to do signature shoes, then we can't accept the deal." And she called me back and she was like, "All right, they're doing it." And I was like,
that's fire.
"Let's go."
That's
Like,
fucking
yeah,
crazy,
I was
bro.
like, "All right, there's nothing else to think about. We're doing this. Like, let's go." And so I'm just so grateful for, like, at 19 that, like, I was just so stuck to my guns and stuck to my vision, that I wasn't willing to, like, veer off of it, and it wouldn't have felt right if I didn't. And thankfully, here we are, 22 years later.
Fuck, man.
Are you still a part of like the design process and like colorways and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. I sit with the design team a few times a year, depending how many projects we got dropping, and they'll show me some things that they're thinking, ask me what I'm into, what I don't like, what I do like, which versions of them that I want. I could be as involved. That's what Sandy told me from the beginning. I could be as involved as I want or as little as I want. It was all up to me. Like, he would always pair me up with a different shoe designer for usually every shoe. There was a couple guys that I worked with for a couple shoes. But I'm going to be honest. I was so focused on skating that like I didn't have a design creative mind. So I would just work with the designer. They would pick my brain depending on what shoe we were at, how old I was, whatever. He would ask me like what music you're into, what kind of cars you like, what kind of clothes you like, what are you in. He would try to like understand where I was at so that he could try to design a shoe based off of that. And then they would show me drawings and I'll be like, oh, that looks kind of cool, or that looks. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what I didn't like. I just knew like, let's make a sample. Let me test it. If I like to skate in it, that's first thing.
The function comes
first.
first.
Let me figure that out. And then I'll be like, okay, well then the sole on this one looks good, but I like the upper on this one. Let's put them together. And
what about the things like the Mexican blankets or the Cinco de Mayo drops? Or like, where the swoosh is off. Like.
Well, it was definitely always important to me to like incorporate, my culture, incorporate like just things about me into what I'm doing, like just to my product, for my product to feel like it's coming from me. So on my first shoe, luckily it was another Mexican shoe designer. His name Michael Hernandez. So that was super dope that it just happened to work out that way.
Yeah, those are crazy.
And
those are insane.
That right
those
there.
Those are legendary fucking shoes.
Yeah.
Like seriously, bro. Like I don't think you understand that shit.
No, man.
Those
I'm
are
so
fucking
grateful.
legendary.
I'm so grateful for that.
Damn.
And like, bro, he made it happen, and I thought it was so amazing. Like, cause at that point in time, all I could think about is colorways. Oh yeah, just do a Mexican colorway. Yeah. But like, he just thought even more dynamic about it, and like really made it happen, And so shout out to that. I look back on a lot of situations. I'm like, I just look up to God like, oh, you really, like, you were really cooking, because like I was just like obliviously moving through time at some certain points. Right. Like, of course I was praying and I was wanting good things to happen, but like, it's not like I just had it all exactly planned out this way and it should go this way. Yeah. Like a lot of stuff I look back on, I'm like, bro, you stumbled ass backwards into that situation right there. Like, and I just gotta thank the big man,
Shout out God, for real.
Hey, shout out God. God, man.
How's your sneaker closet?
Sneaker house, sneaker room? It's not as impressive as you might think.
You told me some shit before we started.
But speaking of, what's your favorite sneaker?
That's a good question.
Well, that's a good question.
In the closet, mine of yours was the haze, the gray haze. You know what I'm talking about? The Zoom.
I think that would have been the twos then.
Yeah, it was.
I'm thinking
the tours.
Okay, so I'm gonna exclude my shoes, because my favorite shoe of mine would be just the one, the first drop, the one, because that's where your dream starts. That's where your dream, like that was the launch pad for the dream. But outside of that, I mean, I stay with the white on whites.
He just shit. By the way, wait, guys. He just told me, I fucked him up before I came. So I was like, I got me a pair of two. He goes, I earned by the tens though. I don't mean to brag. Just shit, bro. It's all right, bro. I get it.
Yeah, it's true.
He go all whites.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, man, since forever. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna just say it. Shout out Nelly, man. Since the Air Force. Ever since then, I always stay with the white on whites. I always stay with some Cortezes.
Classic.
And lately, I'm getting in my dad era, I guess. But what are they even called? I feel so bad. I don't even remember what they're
Monarchs?
called. Oh no, they're called the React.
Ain't no Hoko, dog. It's all Nike, dog.
Yeah, I don't fucks with that. The
Nike over here. Nike gang.
The Air React, maybe they're called. But they're like just a foam.
Oh, they just came out.
The mines.
Those are so fire.
The mines.
No, they're just called
I was wearing them the other
the
day.
Air React. They're the most comfortable shits ever.
Really?
The most comfortable shoes ever.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, if I'm not skating, I'm wearing those.
Because they got the things that you could pop in on the balls.
No. That's the Mind. That's the Nike Mind.
Oh, okay.
The Nike Mines are comfortable.
I know.
Yeah, those are
sick.
cool. But I'm telling you, man, these Air Reacts, oh my gosh. Bro, I just went and got every single color so it could match. I actually messed up today when I was packing my bag to have my change of clothes. I forgot to bring my Air Reacts that match
Okay.
here. So luckily I had the Air Forces in the trunk. I was like, thank God, because my whole outfit would have been thrown off.
Bro, have you ever thought about doing or I don't know if you have already, but Primitive times Nike collab?
We did that maybe 2015. We did a dunk, but we've been trying to get that going again. But it's really hard, man, because like Nike is like it's like the hottest girl in the world, and every guy is shooting their shot at them, and they have to be very selective of who they want to go out on a date with.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like that's kind of how it is when it comes to doing a collab with them, because every streetwear brand, every company, anybody, every skate shop, everybody is trying to get that collab. And so they're literally overwhelmed with, even though I'm one of their athletes, even though I've been with them forever, it's still on some like, it's that's the best analogy I could think, like, you know, the baddest girl in the world. And if you think about it, it's probably a hard position to be in, because literally everybody wants to take you on a date.
Oh yeah. And you already took her on a date, but she ain't letting the other party.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, she got to be real selective with her time and who she going, you know, who she, you know, that's kind of how Nike is with it. So it's hard. We got to just wait and see if, you know.
Being signed to Nike, do you get like Jordans as well?
Yeah. So
yeah, I do.
By the tens, by the way.
well, here's how it works.
Truckload, motherfucker.
Right?
Well, no, the whole every different category in Nike is basically like it's a different company. So you got sportswear, you got golf, you got Jordan, you got
Nocta.
you know Nocta, you got ACG, you got whatever. So what they do is, instead of like you just call somebody up and order a package, every year they have a private website for all the Nike athletes called Nike Elite.
Can I get the link?
Yeah. They give everybody a budget for the year, whatever your budget is. We don't need to go into all that. And they give you your link for the website, and they just say go crazy. Whatever's on there, just
That's hard.
That's fire.
so
That's fire.
so everything's on there. So it's we're kind of spoiled. It's kind of a flex, but that shit comes in handy during Christmas. Man.
Hell yeah.
Everybody just
Like, yeah, here you go.
wrap it up and send it to this manager.
Or even better, it's just like, you know, my uncle or my aunt or my mom, whoever. I just like, what's your email? Oh, check your email. I sent you the link in your budget. Go. You could do order
that's
what you
super
want.
fire,
So yeah.
That's fire.
When Nike did the Jordan 4 SBs, I definitely have the
Pine greens?
Yeah, but before they brought them out, the samples of them were all black.
Oh my god.
Just because, like, you know how like when you see sometimes like a prototype car driving on the freeway and they have it like wrapped in some weird looking shit. So like they'll do it all black just so that like it's harder to really see what it looks like in case somebody accidentally takes a photo of it or it leaks or something.
So they wanted you to test the functionality.
Yeah,
of it.
so
Okay.
they gave me a couple sample pairs to test and skate in them, so that like unreleased in that way. But as far as like just straight up like actual Jordan brand Jordan stuff, no, not
Or even
really.
like Nike too. You ever gotten like unreleased Nike where they were like, could have been like an SB or
I feel like you got to be
Definitely a
part
lot of
the design-
SBs for sure.
okay.
What was that?
I
Sorry.
feel like you got to be a part of the design team to like see the unreleased things and then
Nah,
I
they-
want that.
No, if
They'll
you're
give
if
celebrities
you're
all
a
that.
Beaverton,
You
bro,
can.
you're seeing everything.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're one of the athletes, you can. It's just the thing is, like, I just never been as much of a sneaker nerd as people would expect from me. But like a guy like Costin, he's such a freaking sneaker nerd. He's up on everything. He's making connections with everybody in every category. He's knowing what's so he's probably got a wild collection.
All the ins and outs.
Yeah, I'm a little more
If it looks good.
carefree with it. Call me spoiled if you may, but like I'm like well, because you know, thank God, and I say this as humbly as possible, but you know, all the Nike SB riders, like when the shoe drops, they're gonna send it to you. You don't even have to ask. It just shows up, right? And so like some people are like, oh yeah, you got to get it early. Like, you can get it early. I want to get, like, Costin will be trying to get the shoe early and all that. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's just what he's into. But for me, I'm just like, bro, it'll show up when it shows up. Like,
it'll come.
It'll be here. Like, it's fine. Like, that's just not. I'm just lazy.
Does the SB collection look crazy?
Mine personal?
Yeah.
Not really, to be honest with you. There's so many shoes that have slipped through my fingers over the years that I either skated or gave away or sold on the low.
Yeah.
Like, are they giving you a shoe of a demand of like a Ben and Jerry's?
Oh, I had those.
Wow.
I had those for sure, but my dumb ass. Wait, see, I can't say that.
Oh, you can. You can test.
I say it all the
No,
time.
for my subconscious mind, I can't say
Right. You're right. My bad.
Myself made a mistake. My smart self made a mistake.
Exactly.
And I gave it to somebody as a gift, who turned out to be a straight up con man. I felt so bad.
Brother.
Man, sold him, huh? You gave him the special box too, huh?
It had the box, everything. Yeah.
Oh man,
Fuck, dude.
That hurt my heart.
What are you listening to nowadays? Like, you feel me? Like, music-wise.
Other than Halloween.
Like,
Everything.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
like, what was it back
Always.
in the day and then now? Like, do you feel like your music taste changed?
Bro, pulled up
I wouldn't say it's fully changed. I would say it's grown. Like, I still love all the same shit I grew up on. Like, I grew up in the era of like Hove and Nas, and like I was a big East Coast rapper guy. I mean, of course, Pac, of course, Biggie. But like Nas, Jadakiss, DMX, like all that like mid '90s, early 2000s hip hop. Like that was my shit, and I'm still all about. Like on my way here, I was listening to my Big Pun playlist.
Hell yeah.
So shout out Big Pun.
Diddly.
Dead in the middle of little Italy, little did we know that we riddles a middleman didn't do diddly. Yeah.
Chris Rivers, his son?
Yeah. I follow him. He's hilarious. He could rap his ass off, but now.
Arizona.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he does.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but he could rap his ass off. But now he's more just like a content creator, and he's clever and funny as shit. Yeah.
That fool be like, you can suck on my fucking blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, like he breaks things down very articulately. So shout out to Chris Rivers.
Is there any new dudes or anything like that you like?
I'll be honest, I don't get up on newer stuff as that much. Like in my mind, Drake is still new. Yeah. I'm that old now where I'm like, yo, Drake is still new.
Yeah, but I guess it's like you just have heard someone recently. I guess they don't even have to be new, right? Like coming up now, but it's like someone recently that you heard that was like, oh, I like it. Even if my
most recent rapper that I like actually like, oh, I'm gonna replay it was Big X the Plug.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that
Big
voice,
X.
son.
Oh man, his voice, shit, and like I even watch interviews with him, and he just seems like a chill, cool ass dude.
Yeah, facts.
He just seems funny and chill, and like.
country lane right now.
Oh yeah,
bro, yeah.
And you forget how young he is.
He's 25, maybe 26 now.
He's my age,
fuck?
24, 25, around there.
Yeah.
And bro, and like
I'm older than him.
he's having conversations with his homies, like just
Hey.
shooting shit, talking shit. But he sound like a grown ass man on the fucking song, bro.
Well, think about it, bro. Like when Biggie and Pac were around, to me they seemed like grown ass men. But Biggie passed away at 24. Pac passed away at 25. And they were children. I even look at it back now. I'm getting so old now that like Bruce Lee died at 32, and he seemed like now I'm looking at he was a baby too.
Yeah, bro. Really though.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, all the rock stars, the 27 Club. I'm like, man, these are all baby. But when you're a kid coming up, like they just seem like grown.
Yeah.
But as far as my music, it's expanded more. It's become more eclectic. Like maybe 4 years ago, I had my heart broke real bad. And I got into love songs, man. Before that, I couldn't even care to listen to. But like Adele has me crying.
Oh my
god! My favorite Adele song is
Mine's Chasing Pavement.
Well, that's a good one. Of course, I mean someone like you, of course, but I don't want to say that because it's too popular. Love Like This. Do you remember a million years ago?
What is that one
Down
about?
ball knowledge, I know.
Yeah. I mean, I just have a straight Adele playlist.
We was talking about movies and shit, bro. like growing up, right? And you were from here, like Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever feel like, oh damn, that's down the street, or like
yeah, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Because especially being a street skater in LA, I've skated up every alley, every street, every school, everywhere. And when we were kids, 14, 15, we're not realizing we are in such a bad place.
War zone.
Like, what are you doing here? But we're just oblivious to like hopping the fences, going into school. Thank God nothing ever happened to us. Yeah. Like when you watch those movies, especially as I got older, I'll watch and I'll be like, oh man, that's right around the corner from that one ledge over there. Like, oh, I'm like. And my great grandmother, rest in peace, she died in COVID, but not because of COVID, but she just happened to pass away during COVID. She was 108 years old.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but she lived right here by Exposition Park her whole life. So she lived there since, not her whole life. She got that house in the 40s.
Wow.
And lived there until she died at 108. So she was always right there in the hood, right there over by where the BMO Stadium is and the Coliseum Exposition, right down the street from there.
They ever hit you with you're a skater, fool?
Only my cousins, right? Bro. Only my fucking cousin will be like, hey man, that's some white boy shit. What are you doing?
Some white boy shit. Am I tripping? Cause being from Arizona, right? Like you only know what you know, like hearing about LA. But growing up, I've always thought like Inglewood as in like this like crazy ass spot, and now. My tripping is gentrified.
It's definitely become gentrified for sure. And I want to say that with a preface of like, I didn't grow up in like that kind of culture, but because I grew up in LA my whole life, and especially being a street skater and having been through everywhere, I've been through it and seen it from a distance. But yeah, definitely Inglewood was way more hood, but it's getting gentrified for sure. But yeah, it's definitely like Pac said, Inglewood always up to no good. It's
good.
How has fatherhood changed you?
Fatherhood, how's it changed me, man? So much, especially because I have a daughter.
Me too, bro. I have two.
Yeah, how old?
5 and 3.
Oh yeah,
brother.
Oh yeah,
feeling it, bro.
He's got a teenager.
I got a 17-year-old too, man. Oh. So like, yeah. So like we're right now. Okay. So like that's what I was just about to say is like it definitely changed me growing up. In the sense of like it's a new person you have to make sure survives. But I'm finding out now more the teenage years is what's changing me the most because they're straight damn near adults with their own mindset, their own thoughts, and like my daughter. You said yours is a daughter too?
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, but my daughter's, like interested in boys now. Yeah. She wants to go on dates and like, man, it's fucking me up.
I'm about to cry, bro. Stop.
It's fucking me up, man.
I cried. First day of high school, I cried.
Yeah.
I didn't know why. Right? I'm bawling.
Yeah.
The whole day.
Yeah.
And then I finally had a conversation with her and I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like now, but I realized now you're like an adult. Like, technically, right? Like you live your life at school. You got to stay at school. She's in sports, so she's at school till like 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and like they're at that age where it's like, I mean, remember how we were at that age? Like the last thing you want to do is hang around with your parents. Like every day, she's like, yo, can I go to my friend's house? Can I go do this? Can I go to that? Can I go to the mall? Can I go there? And I'm like, but like, you don't want to just hang around, like chill a little bit, like whatever. But like, then again, when she was little, I was always on tour or skating or doing this, doing that. So I'm like, I feel low key sometimes kind of bad because it's like we just missed each other. Mm-hmm. But not fully because she lives with me full time and I'm with her every day, and I found out the most important moments now are what people might call the little moments, just going in the car to the store, like because that's one-on-one, like just talking time, or just like knocking on her door when I come home. What you doing in here? How you doing? Everything cool? How was your day? Whatever. Those moments are everything now. Mm-hmm. Because I know she's just gonna wanna. All right, I'm going to Ellie's house. I'm going to my friend's house over here. I'm going to Rafa's house. I'm gonna do this, and you're just like, okay. All right. And it's just like, it's hard, man. It's hard. I feel like, cause like now, your baby girl, she's like getting to the point where like, she's just gonna go out into the world, and like, it scares me. Yeah. She don't seem scared, and when we were teenagers, we weren't scared. But I'm scared because now I know too much. Yeah. And I'm scared. For her. But, I just got to put my prayers up. And I trust that she's got a good head on her shoulders. She's in very good communication with me, man. You just got to make sure you're there enough to where your kids feel comfortable communicating with you.
Yeah.
The last thing you want them to do is to be so afraid of you, because you're just going to force them to be smart and to be sneaky. They're just going to get smarter and more sneakier. And next thing you're going to realize is that you don't even know your kid at all, because you just made them completely hide everything about themselves from you. So like, you just got to like not be like only just their friend, but
you gotta find a fine line.
Yeah, you have to find the fine line, man, because like, you want to push them away, bro. You want them to feel like
they can come to you with whatever, you know, they're safe with you.
Even though I fucking hate it, but my daughter will be like, "Hey, Dad, I just want to let you know, like, I met this boy. I kind of like him. His name is so and so, and blah blah blah." But like, the fact that she would say it and I never had to ask, she just brought it up, means the world to me. Even though I fucking
like fuming,
fuck
this little dude.
You inside. It just eats you.
Fuck
inside.
this kid.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even know him, but fuck him.
you know, you're like tripping, bro. Trust me.
It's just,
You breaking it down just
that was one of my biggest
Yeah.
things that I had to like learn. Like, I had to relearn how to be a parent at this age, because like, it's way different. And like you said, like, you want them to come tell you things, but you don't want them to experience these things.
Yeah, you want to save them from the whole world. You want to put them in a shield and keep them in a bubble, but like, you can't at the same time.
My daughter would always tell me, like, you know, I would try to tell her, like, "Hey, Dad, can I go with my friend? Like, they're gonna drive." And I'm like, "No, what do you mean?"
Right.
Like, no, like, I'll drive you. And then she's like, "Why didn't you let me go?" And I'll tell her a story, like, "Well, my friend, like, you know, did this. Well, that was you, Dad. That's not me."
Damn. Girls are smarter than us, though.
Yeah, but they are, but still, they're also more vulnerable than we were.
1,000,000%.
Hey, this is a question for both y'all, because you know, you guys, but because to me, you guys both seem hella youthful. Like, I don't think of you guys as like old people at all. But like, does your daughters make y'all like ever like try to claim you like the old guy?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
something like that. Because like, to me, I see you, and I'm like, oh, that's the homie. To me, I still feel like we're 20 years old. Like, I feel like we're just vibing, but then to have somebody and then like make, you know what I mean? Like, do they make you feel old, or like they be trying to make you feel old?
You go first.
I don't want to say she tries to make me feel old. She just doesn't. I don't even want to say like hate what I'm doing. It's just more so like, because I'm all over social media, her friends will come to her and be like, "Oh, this is I seen your dad again, right?" And then it's like, she's like, "All right, cool." Like, I'm just dad.
It's an eye roll.
Yeah, you cannot impress them for nothing. Yeah. No matter what you do, no matter who you introduce them to, no matter what, they are not just like, "Oh, cool." And same thing, like the other day, like, she don't tell her friends anything about me. And she found out that the same boy that she told me that she liked found out about me, and he started following me on Instagram. She actually texted, she's like, "Can you block him?"
Wow.
I was like, "Why? Did you do something wrong?" She's like, "No, just I don't want him to know about you."
Bro, he's one of the biggest.
Kind of a hard person to hide.
He's not a hard person.
Kind of hard.
Come on, man. One of the biggest skateboarders ever. Like, what are we talking about?
I feel it though. Like, I mean, I don't like. Obviously, I don't feel it, but I guess maybe from her end, right? Or like, you know, both y'all. It's like, damn, does this person like me for me, or does they like me because of who my? That's wild to think, eh?
Yeah, you try to put yourself in her shoes, but as far as making me feel old, yeah, there's moments. It's not that she intentionally does; it just happens accidentally. Like if I'm talking with a friend or even with her, and I say a word, like, and I don't even say it often, but like, if, you know, we all know no cap, right? Like if she says some shit, I'm like, "Oh, that's cap." Yeah, why you saying?
The hell did you just say?
What? Yeah. Why you saying? I'm like, what? That's what you say when somebody's lying. You say cap. Like, stop saying that. And then like she'll be saying like, I don't even know how to use it properly, but this word mogging, like you're mogging.
That's too advanced for me.
Yeah, that's too young for me. I don't know what that is.
Looks maxing and mogging and whatever. So sometimes I'll be the dad. I'll be like, "Oh, you like my outfit? I'm trying to look max today." Dad, stop. Like, stop. Like, you know, certain things like that. She was making fun of me from my my Air Reacts that I was just telling you about. I was like, "What you think of my outfit?" She's like, "What are those shoes?" I was like,
"That's great."
I was like, "These are my favorite shoes." She's like, "They look like golf balls." I'm like, Well, they're comfortable, okay? I like them. He's like, no, Dad.
Hey,
Came strictly from Nike, by the way.
golf balls, I feel like when a motherfucker like make it and he that motherfucker, they start golfing. You ever got into golfing or nah?
I got a hole in one.
Okay.
I got a hole in one. I don't golf like I have some friends that they golf. They taking lessons. They're super serious with it.
Yeah.
I'll go golf if I get invited. More so because I like smoking cigars. So it's giving me an excuse to be in the golf cart having a cigar, and whacking some balls. But like I don't care enough where it doesn't bother my mood. A few of my friends now are so into it that like it's not the same anymore because I'll go golf with them and like if they're having a bad day, they're pissed. They're frustrated. And I'm over here just puffing my cigar and not giving a damn.
It's like when your favorite team loses. I know hella fools like when their team loses, their whole day, their whole week
Stally.
is fucked.
Nah.
Like,
Yeah, my guy right here.
Don't watch a Cardinal game with this guy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You picked the wrong team to be mad that they're losing.
A lot of losses, guys.
A lot of losses.
Bro, it fucking sucks that like Arizona just has like we haven't won shit since 2001, fool. Like,
In any sport?
WNBA.
WNBA, we're reigning championships.
We're
in WNBA.
legends.
No, hold up.
Oh, Rattlers too.
Y'all got David Benavides.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Come on.
Monstro.
He's from the west side, ain't he?
What you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's from Phoenix.
Monstro, man.
Monstro just won. Shout out to
you
Beast.
know,
Monstro.
we also have Tracy.
Oh, yeah, Tracy
Oh, we got Tracy.
Cortez.
We got Tracy.
Oh,
Yeah, we got Tracy Cortez. I can set that up.
Hey, you know what's
Right on.
here?
Wait, I'm lost.
We
What happened?
also have the Cringe King, Henry.
Oh, yeah, Henry Seguro. Yeah, he's from Phoenix.
oh, I didn't know
We
that.
got Sugar Sean too.
Sugar Sean.
We got Sugar Sean too.
Sean.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sugar Sean.
Okay, so you guys got some shit.
We got
Alexis and OTP as well.
Hey, when it comes to the team,
We got the Sean.
hey, when it comes to the team sports, we're kind of fucked up. But with the individual sports, hey, we got some motherfuckers, bro. Yeah,
We want to win.
we're not team players. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Every man for himself out here.
Type shit.
We're not team players.
I want to ask you a question if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys remember, and I don't know if this band ever really became super popular, but my dad, he had a best friend that lived out there, and his son had a band, and this was like, you know, mid 90s, early 90s, so you guys might not have even heard of them at all. Yeah, you guys might not even have been born. It was a band called...
He was like
Lincoln
25.
Park. We have Lincoln Park. We have Chester.
Oh, Lincoln Park.
Oh yeah, okay. But there was just I just wanted curious. It was a local band called Gato Loco. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. No. No. All right. Just curious.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I used to go
from
there,
out there?
hang out there. Yeah, they're from Phoenix and hang out and stay with them over the weekends. Went to their show. One time they played a show in LA at the House of Blues. They let me come on stage and join them in a song.
Hard.
I used to play guitar when I was like 11, 12. I was just curious if you guys knew. Just
And,
Probably our Theas or something know
yeah,
about
because I
him.
was born in 97.
got those logos on YouTube and all I get is crazy cats.
no, just Gato Loco.
Crazy
just
cat.
one cat. Gato Loco.
Just one.
Speaking of touring the world, how is it like touring the world?
It's pretty awesome, man. The world's got some cool places out there. It's just cool to be able to like see different cultures, how different people live, and like don't get me wrong, like I love this country. I'm grateful for it. Obviously we got our problems, but like I used to think growing up that we were like the only free country, but like there's certain countries that I'm like they're pretty fucking free out here. Like they got
pretty dope.
a matter of fact, they got a few less rules than we got out here. Like, you know, like they're chilling. But then there's some that are quite the opposite of that, and then there's
Even
but-
in Sweden, right? Like you low-key can't even get in though, right?
yeah, they're protective, but like
I would
I
be
haven't
too.
been to Sweden yet, but that's a goal of mine. But I heard they're very protective and it's super expensive there, and like
Yeah.
You ever got in trouble for skating out of the country?
not too bad, thank God. When we just went to China in October, we
shit.
almost got arrested, man. Thank God for our tour guys, like calming them down and talking them down. But they were like, they held us up for like, we were at this street spot. We didn't even skate. We were just there to look at the spot, and it was about to be nighttime. And
Like a curfew rule.
I don't know. It was just like they didn't. We were skating.
They seen the
trespass-
boards and they're like-
They were trying to say we were like a gang because there was so many of us together.
Oh, damn.
It was like a pretty big. Like it was probably like 20 of us all together. And cops came, like everybody's passports right now, like the translators were telling, at one point they were like, yeah, look, I think they're gonna take us in, whatever, and we're trying to talk to them, we're trying to calm them down, blah blah blah. And low key, like they were so distracted. The translators did such a good job at like talking to them and keeping them focused on them that we like kind of like one by one scattered away. Like,
like a movie.
Yeah, thank God, bro. Like last thing I wanted to do was go to jail in China. It was China. It was in Shanghai. Yeah.
Fuck no.
You been to Japan?
Been to Japan. That was my first big trip when I was 15, and that was a trip to me because I had never been outside of this country. I'd been within the country, certain places, but I'd never been to a place where every single person looked the same ethnicity.
Yeah, facts.
I was always I didn't ever I was only 15, so it's not like I ever thought about it. Like I'm just used. We're here. We're in the States. Like you see everybody of all kind of ethnicities everywhere.
Especially being in LA.
Right.
Especially being
in LA.
Especially being in LA.
So like when I first went there and I landed, and the first day we were walking through the streets, I was a kid, bro. I'd never been this far away from home. I was almost having a panic attack because I felt like a foreign creature. I felt like an alien or something because it was just a sea of just Japanese people. Yep. And I had never thought about that. Like a lot of countries are just mainly one thing. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, like that. Yeah.
Hey, you say you really like sushi.
Love it.
So sushi in Japan next level or what?
Yeah, it's next level, and they have like more eclectic types of sushi, more exotic types of shit that your average sushi restaurant out here would always have. I couldn't even name some of the stuff, but I was definitely getting exploratory. Last time I went was 2 years ago. And like I like to just explore. I like to try some things. I like to just.
Is this sea urchin? Have you tried that?
Yeah, sea urchin's good. I like it. That's unagi, man.
Good. Yeah,
unagi's chilling.
Yeah. I love sashimi.
Super
like
good. What else? I don't know. I like Europe a lot.
How was it like traveling so young? Like, did your parents go with you? Did your mom go with you?
No, that's another trip. Oh fuck! I trip out on that too because now being a parent.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have let my kid go, bro. And like shout out to moms for letting me. That's not even a knock on moms, but like I'm trying to think like if my daughter 2 years ago was like, "Dad, can I go?" And in my mind, these guys were all like adults to me, but now looking back, I'm traveling with a bunch of fucking 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds maybe, and I'm 15. And to me, they were grown-ass adults, but we now know 22, 23-year-olds. Motherfuckers is wild.
Yeah.
Tripping. Yeah. So like I'm at 15, like the idea of like if my daughter was like, yeah, can I go on a trip with a bunch of my 20-something-year-old friends? Like, why the fuck do you have 20-something-year-old friends anyway? Let's get to that first of all. and no, you're absolutely not. Like, but thank God she did, and she knew I was a kid like focused on a certain goal, on a mission, and like thank God I was always taken care of. Nothing ever strange or weird or dangerous happened. Yeah. So thank God it was always good. But yeah, moms would let me go. I went to Canada, I went to Europe, I went to Australia. That's crazy. I went to freaking all these things. Australia is awesome.
Down under.
Now all these were like
I love Rhea Ripley, man.
These were like paid
Shout
trips,
out to Rhea Ripley,
or like you had to pay your own way.
No, never. Always they paid for us. Always they gave us per diem. I thought I was rich, man.
Fuck yeah, you're a kid.
I'm on the same wave. I'm like, I'm not going to Europe.
Yeah,
some motherfuckers pay me, bro.
Matter of fact, it's happened, but very rarely do I ever travel if I don't have to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like, I very rarely go on my own trips just because like a lot of times I'm like, man, at this point I've been traveling for so long that like if I just could get a chance to stay home, that's vacation. I'm hyped to just be home. And so yeah.
When you was young, bro, and like your pops being your pops, was there ever times like you traveled with him and like you was with other dope ass like comedians also too that like you were just like
Yeah, not necessarily traveling, but I used to definitely be around a lot of comedians, man. And I think that's why I tend to gravitate towards comedians now. It's just like it feels like it brings me closer to him,
I mean, I met you through Renee.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like I see so much of my dad in Renee and Renee in my dad. You know, like I know where he's at in his career. Like I remember that of my dad, and I remember my version of that in my career. So like I can relate so much to the whole comedy world. But yeah, I used to be, you know, fucking around like Arsenio Hall, Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney's crazy.
Yeah. Like, and I was a little kid, not really even like really knowing. My dad used to.
My dad's friends.
Yeah, and it used to be this thing called Comic Relief, where like the biggest like Robin Williams would be backstage, and I would just be right there, crazy. And like Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg, and like that era of comedians, and then they would just be chilling, and like I was so young that like I didn't really know anything and didn't really care. I was just like happy, like I'm backstage and I could run around backstage, and like they would let me do whatever, and you know, I'm just around.
Everyone, bro, you can't be fucking eating on the pod.
I know, bro. Bad podcasting, bro.
Bro's all munching in my ear.
he's like, yeah, that shit's trash.
Clip that.
Podcast etiquette.
I know, dog. Fuck.
Podcaster, I apologize, brother. Like my bad food. Like
it's crazy because this is like your third pod with us.
Yeah.
Brother, bro.
Yeah.
Your third guest spot.
I don't even do pods,
I thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Where's the brand Primitive? Like, what's your vision for it? Where do you see it going, moving forward? Because I mean, it's pretty much a staple. In the communities.
Man. Right now, my focus is to really tighten up and focus on more of who we are as a brand. Like, don't get me wrong, we've done a lot of collabs, done a lot of good things with collabs, but I think we've been a little bit too collab reliant.
Mm-hmm.
That we need to get back to who we are and tighten up in that way.
You do one more collab, One True Purpose.
Yeah, One True Purpose, OTP.
Just one more collab and then just do it.
Maybe we could work that out.
We'll figure it out.
But not that we were not gonna completely stop. It's just like I think we need to just focus more on like, okay, who are we by ourselves? Stand alone.
You got to.
Who do we speak to? What are we about?
Mm-hmm.
And just make sure we stay like really tuned in with the skate culture, because that's our foundation, right? Like if we lose our foundation, and the whole rest of the house is gonna fall down. So that's the immediate concern for me. But as far in the future, I mean, man, I guess it's hard to say. Like how we were talking about earlier, you know, the journey is everything. I just want to keep focusing one collection at a time, one season at a time, 1 year at a time.
Yeah.
And just keep doing that with the intentions of releasing every time with like a real meaning.
Yeah.
And in theory, that should mean we should be able to stand the test of time and remain.
Right. So as far as that goes, right? Because we were just talking about how like the skateboarding community has kind of gone down just throughout the years and stuff. With like, do you think that you have to not necessarily pivot or like go a complete 180, but do you think that like you have to expand more on like where the brand goes just because of that fact of like skateboarding isn't where it used to be?
No, I think that if we want to expand, we have to go. If we're gonna go expand outside of what we're known, our culture, then we have to still remain going deeper into our culture.
Fire.
You know, because that's how I always kind of worked it. I just can use myself as an example. Like when I was signing with Nike and Target and AT&T, I still, you know, I had a lot of people calling me a sellout and calling me saying this and that, but all I did was make sure that I always delivered when it came to my video parts, making sure I was always, every time a magazine came out, I was in the skate magazine.
Serve your niche.
Yeah, every year I'm dropping footage all over the place. So I'm really contributing to my world. So say whatever you want to say about me, about my business decisions, but you can't say that I can't skate.
Yeah.
And I always had to like make sure I remind you. And I said this before once in a different interview, but it's something that really stuck with me. And by the way, I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm a major 50 Cent fan.
Yeah.
Shout out 50.
Shout out 50.
Shout out 50 Cent.
Love 50 Cent.
But I did learn a lesson when he was originally beefing with Rick Ross. And I'm a Rick Ross fan too. I'm just an outsider enjoying music. I'm a fan, but I'm definitely a huge 50 fan. But I took something away from him that always stuck with me, and I was able to apply it to my life. I remember he was doing an interview. Rick Ross was doing an interview, and somebody had asked him, why do you think that, like, you know, because at that time, if you beef with 50, you're dead. And even still now, like, your career is just like getting,
you're losing the battle.
Getting tore up, right? Like, so, like, it was Ja Rule. It was fucking, what's his name from Vibe, Coyle Ray's dad.
Oh, yeah.
And
Benzino.
Benzino.
Yeah, Benzino.
He was just tearing people's careers apart, right? And then here comes Rick Ross, starting something with him, and 50 was using the same tactics, and somehow Rick Ross during that battle kept becoming a bigger artist, and so they were asking Rick, why do you think you were the only one so far whose career kept getting bigger after battling with 50 Cent? And he says, because I make hit records. And the way I took that as
Winning solves all.
Yes, the way I took that as is just like, we can bicker, we can do the internet thing, we can go back and forth with each other, but if I make a hit record that they're gonna play in the clubs, that the fans are gonna buy, my streams are gonna go up, my records are gonna sell, my concert tickets are gonna be in demand, I'm still gonna, like, a lot of these other people got so distracted by only focusing on battling on 50. He just focused on making high quality product and music. So
He
that's
didn't make that feud his whole life.
yes. So like that's what I heard that, and that clicked with me. Like, all right, well, people are gonna call me a sellout. They're gonna call me whatever they're gonna call me. My only solution, I gotta keep making hit records.
Yeah.
So I gotta keep delivering to the streets, delivering street skating, delivering on my skateboard, physically progressing and growing and growing and growing. So like, for some reason, that quick line of just I make hit records explained so much to me, and like that's just stuck with me. And so
it's just super serving your niche at the end of the day. Like,
get
like supporting the people that got you there. Like, obviously, like creators, artists, athletes, you always want to expand more, but it's like, if you don't, I mean, you can use this analogy all the time. If you don't pay attention to the girl when you have her, if you don't give her
somebody
love,
else will.
Somebody else will. Somebody else will come and swoop her up. So you gotta, like, you know, appreciate who you have, but also like we're trying to grow at the end of the day. But like, damn, you got someone here. Like,
make
sure they're straight too.
That is your foundation. Yeah, it's your home base. That's your everything, you know. And so that's what gave you the launching pad to even to have the chance to expand. And yeah, man, so I'm down to expand. Sky's the limit, but I just really think the more you expand, the more you have to anchor down to your foundation.
That's so real.
So you say you, like, you know, you take a lot from Kobe, right? And in my opinion, like I keep saying this, being from Arizona, but when you think of LA, you think of Kobe, you think of Paul. You know, like that's just a staple, right? And you took things from Kobe, and then when you think about it, so many people try to imitate Kobe, right? Like basketball players. But we never got the perspective of, did Kobe ever think of any of these fools like, oh, that's the next me? And with that, do you ever see somebody in like that they mimic you or whatever, and like you're like, you know what, I see a little bit of myself in them, or like you see a skater and it's like, hey, I fuck with this fool, like, you know, he could, you know.
Yeah, I definitely saw shortly after, you know, me getting known within the game, I started noticing a lot more kids looking like me. And it was a great feeling. It was really cool because I was always the kid trying to look like my favorite pro skater. I always wanted to dress like Tom Penny and look like Tom Penny, and then have the tricks like Costin, and so like when I kind of noticed that, like, whoa, like that's wow, like my whole thing was the backwards hat with the curls coming out when I was a little teenager. And all of a sudden I would see kids everywhere like that. I would just be like, oh my God, like they would show up at the demos, the content. I'll be like, oh my God, like with the new era hats, you know, like, you know, it felt really cool. And it's actually humbling at the same time, because you're like, yo, they really like, they're putting you on some type of pedestal, like you know, make them proud. It felt like a responsibility. It felt like, you know, it humbled me at the same time too. It made me grateful, made me feel like, wow, like I am actually somebody who was in their position now in this position. And it feel, even though you believed in yourself, it's still, when your dream comes true, it's still a trip. It's still a trip. You're like, man, I prayed for this, and like I really thought it could happen, but it's actually happening. It's fucking crazy, and it's weird in a good way.
And you keep saying, like, you know, like Costa, you know, all these like people that you looked up to.
Yeah.
Did that like psych you out, or like did it take a little time for you to like once you became their peers? Like it was like, you know, it was like, oh, these people you looked up to, or other people, whatever, like you're their peer, you're the same, like y'all homies now or whatever. Like, did that take a little time to, you know?
I still don't like to let myself go there, because I personally enjoy being starstruck.
Oh, yeah.
I love it being around, like reminding myself every time I'm chilling with Costin, like, yo, that's Costin.
That's
right
so hard, bro.
You know, like, yo, that's Andrew Reynolds. Like, I'll go over to the Baker skate park and skate with the boss, and he's there, and I'm just like, yo, that's fucking Andrew Reynolds right here, man. That's crazy. Like, it's just such like a, I don't know. I just don't want that feeling to go away, because I feel like if that feeling goes away, then some more magic, nostalgia feeling, like a little bit of your childhood dies if you let it go away.
I know what you think. That's why I had to tell you, like, hey, give me 30 seconds real quick. I
appreciate it.
It's the same
Thank
way.
you,
Like
man.
Here right now, bro, it's like I could shed a tear real quick. I'm an emotional ass fool, and I'm not gonna do it. You know.
It's also like taking into consideration as far as like giving the people who inspired you and the legends like their flowers while they're here.
For
you
sure.
know? So it's like, you know, we've been in rooms with certain people, and I'm just like, bro, like, hold on, before we even start, like, you gotta understand, like, you did this, and like, bro, like, I would always have like those weird moments of like, damn, did I do too much? Like, but then like I'll go watch the video of like DMX meeting his idol Rakim, and he's just fucking freaking out, and he's like, bro, rapping his lyrics to Rakim, and it's like, bro, like, I feel like we can all like sit here and think that DMX is one of the coolest dudes ever, and it's like, bro, if DMX is able to fan out for Rakim, it's like, bro, I can't be too cool to like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know man. I mean? It's like, bro, like, and so what?
Yeah, so
like
facts. So just fucking what?
So just like sometimes, you know, we're human beings at the end of the day. Like, even though like we're in a public eye, and like you obviously want every moment in your public eye to be your best moment, it's just not realistic. Sometimes we're fucking corny. You
gotta be human.
Sometimes we're cool as shit. Sometimes we're assholes. Sometimes we're nice. Like, we're human beings with a full spectrum of emotions and feelings. Like, just let yourself be the human you are. You know what I mean? And like embrace it. If you feel that little kid coming alive, like your 14-year-old self coming back alive again because you're innocent, just
let it go,
dude. It's cool. Like, because like even DMX at one point was that same kid. It was the same kid who was like
had Rakim posters on his wall. All, like, that was his idol. You know what
whoever we think of, like, you know, Messi or Ronaldo or whoever. I'm sure whoever they grew up watching when they first met him, they were freaking out, you know what I mean? Like, no matter how many accolades they get, no matter how many World Cups or titles or money, they still, you can't replace that feeling of
can't be jaded.
That kid dreaming. Yeah, the second you're jaded, that's it. The game's over. It's not even fun no more.
Can't be jaded.
Yeah.
Were you ever too Mexican for your friends?
No, I never ran into that problem, man. I was really fortunate because where I grew up right there in the valley, like, I had some Mexican friends, I had some Korean friends, I had some white friends, some Jewish friends. Like, it was just everybody, to the point like where we didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
You're just homies.
Yeah, I didn't even think about anything of different cultures. Like, I knew that like my different friends were all going to their house, each house had a different smell. That's all I remember. Because their culture of, like, you know, mom's cooking that certain food, you had the different smell to each house. That's something that I remember that for a long time.
That's so dope though, bro.
You know, and then like, you know, it was cool. And so now I never felt that.
What about in the industry?
I was pretty oblivious. You know, I gotta say, like, I'm very grateful. I haven't felt any, at least if it was happening, I was oblivious to it. Yeah. But I just was so, my whole goal, like, I guess it goes back to that Rick Ross thing. I was so focused on making hit records that I was like, my skating, like, I was so confident and believing in myself. My skating is just going to bring the attention that I'm seeking in the way that I'm seeking. Like, that was just my solution to everything. I was a shy kid. I was always super shy to talk to people, super shy to initiate conversation. Like, when I first met my favorite pro skaters, I didn't have that in me to fan out. Like, I was fanning out, but I just was too afraid to even talk. Yeah. So I would just leave it, like, just hold it, and I would just be staring at him from a distance and like
crazy. He's like, damn, this kid is staring at me, bro.
Hey, bro, you good, bro?
like when I met you, bro, I can vividly remember like looking away from you because I was like, you know, just nervous. I was just like, oh shit, like what the fuck? And then in my head, I was like, damn, hopefully this fool don't think I'm fucking weird.
Nah.
Like, this stand the third. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Like, as I got older, I started to realize like nobody's really analyzing the way you're analyzing yourself. You know what I mean? But yeah, as a kid, like, I was definitely like I seen Costin. My first time I got an autograph from anybody was Eric Costin. And the way I did it, it was at a demo outside of a skate shop in Granada Hills, right by where I live now. And there was kids crowded around him. I just walked up and I went into the crowd. I just waited until I worked my way closer and closer. And as soon as I was like in the front, I just turned around, pointed my backpack. I didn't even say a word. He was just signing people, and he just signed my backpack, and then I just walked away. And I was out. I didn't say hi. I didn't say nothing. I was just too shy, bro.
Bro, what's your favorite trick to watch but not do? Does that make sense?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. I love watching people skate extremely crazy big handrails because I don't do that at all. I'm not a big handrail guy. And it's so impressive watching what these dudes are doing now, like Jamie Foy and Nija and this young kid, Julian Aguilardi. Like, there's so many more to even name, but like watching them, because I'm like so fascinated. Like, how do you get yourself to like commit to like, all right, I am going, like, because when you do something that on that danger level, you have to 100% commit to it.
Yeah.
If you hesitate at all, you're dead. Not literally, maybe, potentially, but you're fucked if you hesitate at all. And these dudes will do it, and it's just so amazing to me because I'm trying to get myself in the headspace of where they're at. Like, how do you get yourself there, man? Because, like, every day that Nigel leaves his house, this guy doesn't know if he's coming back in one piece. He just got cooked.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah, that was nasty.
Why do I feel like he was in Arizona?
He was in Arizona. We got some spots, bro.
He was in Arizona. I definitely am fortunate to like be where in the mecca of where my dream is.
That's what I'm saying. Your mindset was definitely different because just even being born here, like. You don't think of it like that, so your mindset had to be different to be like, nah, I'm gonna be that motherfucker.
It was,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I would credit that going back to just seeing my dad.
Shut up, Pops.
Because he already was watching someone
be great,
live their dreams.
Yeah.
So I thought living your dream was just what you're supposed to do. I thought it was normal. I didn't know anything different.
That's so tight, bro.
That is such a leg up. Like, that's such an advantage and such a privilege to, like, from day one, like. Because you're already got to battle enough obstacles. Why be another obstacle to yourself? You know what I mean? So thank God from day one, like, I already wasn't an obstacle to myself. I already was open to the idea that, like, well, duh, aren't we all supposed to live our dreams?
Because it was second nature.
Yeah, it was like why wouldn't you want to live our dreams? Like, let's go live our dreams. Let's do it. Like, it wasn't ever like, well, only lucky people live their dreams, or nobody, that's not realistic, or this and that. Like, you know, some people like get told that and that they can't do that because somebody else who gave up on their dream is telling them that.
Exactly. Or even having to like support and pay the bills for like family. And
or couldn't do their dream because they immediately they had to take care of the immediate needs and grow up quick. Yeah.
Do you think, especially with athletes in a whole, like, do you think that you see more athletes not get to where they want to because of situations that are beyond their control, or is it because they're hard-headed? And
yeah, I think there's definitely obviously circumstances that just shit happens in people's life that is out of their control and they can't. It's not their fault. But there's for sure the majority of not even just athletes, just anybody, humans who don't get to where they want to get to because they're their own worst enemy. Yep. They are their own problem. And if you're the type of person that can't face yourself and take a real evaluation of yourself and call yourself out, then you might as well just quit.
Yep.
You might as well just give up because you're gonna just never.
You're never gonna improve. You're never.
You're gonna never accept it. You're gonna always see a reason why it was this person's fault or that person's fault or it was this because of that, because of this, because of that, because I'm unlucky, because of whatever the fuck yourself. You can think of. You have like the people who are the most successful. I've noticed are the people who are able to, even if they're surrounded in a storm of shit. They could find the one rose petal. It smells like shit everywhere else, but I know it smells good right there, that one little spot. So, like, if everything in their life is shit, they could see their gift is they don't notice none of that. Yeah. They just notice the one glimmer of hope in their life, and they hold on to that shit for dear life, and that's it. Yeah. Those are the people who are the most successful.
Hell yeah, stand on it, bro. Say that.
Hey, bro. You my rose petal. You feel me?
Pause. Let's
Nah,
pause.
you see, I take it. No,
all right, you my rose petal too, then, bro. I love you, bro.
Hey,
I had to do it for you, bro. Everybody.
I tried all episode not to do a pause. That was crazy. That was crazy.
You just said a glimmer of shit. You know how much shit we go
wait a minute. Are we a bunch of Mexicans here talking about gardening right now? Hey, come on.
I got one last. I guess I don't want to. I guess it's a question. So we were recently on a pod, and they kind of asked us like, "What are you guys like? What are you guys aiming for? What's your goal? What do you guys?" Right, and we're like, bro, we just work, right, and whatever comes. Is that kind of how your sponsorships or like these different brands came about? Like, were you just working?
Yes and no. I definitely had my dream sponsor. Like, I was aiming at particular brands, but they weren't the first brands that I got hooked up with. You know, I had to get. There was stepping stone brands. Like, you know, I originally used to want to skate for. When I was a kid, it was the dopest brand to me, called Blind Skateboard. Blind was my shit. I like Ronnie Krieger, Gideon Choi. You got James Craig. I wanted to be on Blind so bad. But the first board sponsor I got on was this company called DNA Skateboards. And for, you know, no disrespect to those guys, but like it was a brand that like wasn't the poppin' brand that people wanted to be on. But it was enough. It was like when a shark smells blood and water. It gave me just enough to know. Oh,
you tasted that blood.
This. Yeah. Oh, we're doing this. I know it. Like, and then I was with them in the back of my mind. Even I was 14 years old. I still knew.
That's crazy.
This is still a stepping stone. You know, I knew it in my head. Like, I was grateful for the opportunity. I didn't want to disrespect them, but I knew this wasn't my permanent home. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then like I stepped up a notch to City Star Skateboard, and then something happened even beyond what I could dream of. Is like Blind was my original goal. But everybody in the skate world knew that girl skateboards was the even bigger one, you know, like was the, like, I didn't even give myself the thought to be able to do that. And so I was on City Star, and then next thing you know, Costin hits me up, boom, you want to ride for the girl? I was like,
crazy, dog. Fucking girl, bro.
So, yeah, so like, that caught me off guard. So I didn't even know. Same thing with Nike. Like, Nike wasn't part of skateboarding when I first started. So I didn't even know that I could dream for Nike.
Exactly.
I wanted to ride for for ES. That was my goal. And I did it. I was riding for them. And then Nike comes calling, man. Like, so like, I think you can definitely have your goals and aim for specific targets. But if you just really work so hard and put your passion so into it, you might accidentally overshoot what you were doing.
I tell the guys all the time, like, it's really just like, yeah, we all have bucket list goals and bucket list companies that we want to work with, but it's like, bro, like, we can't. Yes, we want that, but we're not like, hey, we're gonna switch up what we're doing. We're gonna do this type of content to get that. It's like, no, bro. We're gonna keep our heads down. We're gonna be focused. We're gonna be consistent. And we're gonna work. And those people, humbly speaking, they're gonna come to us. They're gonna be attracted to us, and they're gonna want to work. And so far, it's been that way.
So far, that's exactly what happened,
bro. We just fucking did it.
Yeah,
we just
literally.
P-Rod, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Boys, I appreciate you. That means a lot.
Episode,
but
man.
I gotta tell you, you gotta shoot higher than this. You gotta shoot higher than that. I appreciate it, but I'm telling you, man,
We shoot for the stars.
yeah, it's so like there's so much more to go, and I don't know, but I'm grateful. It means a lot. It means a lot to see a bunch of Latinos and like be here with you guys, and like, cause it's cool that like there's such an eclectic, a big amount of us really making motion for ourselves in different areas, and I feel so grateful to like be getting to know everybody. Like a lot of people out here doing their thing, and it's really cool. And that's all I want. I want to just keep being a part of the culture, keep meeting everybody, keep being part of like, you know, all ships rise with the tide, you know?
That's dope.
Bro, and I'm just grateful and thankful because, like, you didn't have to come do this. You didn't, whatever it fucks, you know what I mean? Like, you know, motherfuckers is still building. We still, and for you to come do that, that's a stepping stone. It's a validation factor of even, like, motherfuckers even want to.
We're doing the right thing.
Fuck with us, you feel me? Like, and you're not too cool for school. You're not too up there where you were just like, fuck it.
That's
like,
the worst mistake someone could make. You know what I mean? Like, I've definitely learned. Thank God, not the hard way, but I've definitely learned. Like, bro, just because where someone is at today doesn't mean that's where they're gonna be at tomorrow.
Ding, ding,
You
ding.
know what I mean? Like that's why you gotta respect
Everybody,
the
janitor,
you don't
like
know
the
who
CEO.
is gonna be who at what point in life, and for yourself, you don't know. Like if you're way up here on a high horse, you don't know if you're gonna ever be pushed back down. And if you have some friends, if you made some friends along the way, you might have some people reach back down and pull you back up and help you out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like you don't know God's ultimate plan. You don't know the circumstances. So like, it's like, man, help people up because one day you might need some help up too. You never know.
Hey, that's another episode on the Patio Podcast, man.
appreciate P-Rod.
Thank
Let's get
you.
it, boy.
Fucking legend, brother. Legend.
Thank you, brothers.
It's fucking insane, man.